Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life. I never miss that stack, taking big swings, jam to the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah, but I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on this shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the late night culture show, culture after dark, whatever you want to call it. We are here. We start, we get going, we get joined by other amazing panelists, but we have two incredible humans joining us this evening. We have the incredible Society Reviews, also known as Jacob. He writes for everybody. He's seen more movies than you have just this year than you've seen probably in your entire life. What's going on, Jacob?
I forget how many movies I'm up to right now on the year alone. I have to go back and actually check like how many.
Can't count that high.
Yeah. It's way more than the fingers and toes. That's all you have to say. So anything special going on? You got stuff going on this week, Jacob?
Well, we're going to be talking about The Woman King in great detail tomorrow. There's a lot to unpack with that one alone, as you're pretty sure you've heard. Then, of course, Tuesday, we'll be doing some podcasting, and then Wednesday we'll be covering some Digimon for any of you Digimon fans out there. But outside of that, just doing my regular old routine for now until I got even more movies to review this week. Don't worry, darling, that should be fun.
Don't worry, darling. Mm-hmm. Wow, let me tell you how bad that is. None of the people get along. That's how bad that is. The people don't like each other. So, but we'll definitely look forward to you talking about that film in the near future, and we will listen to the review. I can't wait for that, my friend.
87 is the number, by the way.
87 so far.
Wow,
doing well
impressive.
this year, man. Yeah, dude. How many is that per? That's like almost every other day. What is wrong with you?
Yeah, that's at least 2 a week on average. That's just new ones. I don't even think that include like all the old crap that I watch.
You should probably do that. Yeah. God, we have so many great human beings in the stream and people in the chat. We'll get to you in just a second, but I want to introduce somebody who's making their first appearance on any of my streams ever. Cult Classic Cage. And if that's too difficult for you, it's just Cassie. How's it going?
Yes, everything is cool. I'm glad to be here. I love the late night culture, so I'm into that. So I'm very, I feel fortunate to be here, and I love you guys chat. Y'all always have something interesting to talk about and say. So I'm glad to be here with all you guys.
Well, you're an up and coming channel. You got to get you the mad respect, mad props. You're a great guest. I'm glad you're here, and always appreciate hanging out with you. So I've had the opportunity a couple times now. I'm glad you're over here for the first time. So that's what I do. That is what I do. Man, we're going to talk about some stuff. We're going to talk about a broad range of things tonight. We're going to talk about some gaming stuff. And I'm sure you guys all know what I'm going to talk about because I dropped a short on it today. But we're going to talk about like somebody retiring from, the filmmaking profession and all the controversy around them. And we're going to talk about something that has been rumored to be a possibility in entertainment that I think is where we're going to start. But actually, where we're going to start first is with the chat. We've got an incredible group of human beings. I know I always say that, but it's the truth. You guys are amazing. We got all these amazing human beings hanging out with us every single week. We got people that come in early, like way early, like an hour early. They show up to the stream. We got Dragon Master 360 hanging out. It says, hello to you. We got Grumpy Old Ninja Kentaro OA. I swear, this guy is like a personal promoter for me. Although he promotes a lot of other channels as well, and I appreciate it, my friend. So hang out on the phone. It's going to be great. Six asked, how's it supposed to feel? Well, I hope it feels good, at least on a Sunday night when we're doing this late night. I think we're going to make this an every other Sunday show, which will be easy because when I'm not doing this show, you'll be able to go over to Comics' channel and watch his member stream. I feel like that's going to work pretty well. So whenever there's no comics, there'll be a culture. And whenever there's a culture, there's not a comics. Does that make sense? All right, very good. Okay. Well, there's that. The boss is here, so behave yourself. She's a wrench, and she is not afraid to use it. Actually, she's a sweetheart. And for 30-some plus years. I'm not going to go into detail, but it's been a long time. Eldritch Lord Hasper is here. Good to see you. Yeah, we got Jerry Mendoza here. Good to see you, my friend. Ben Henniger, what's up? Look at all these great people. Dr. Dragon is here. Let's see. OC Dobbins, what is up, my friend? Check out OC Dobbins. OC Dobbins is a industry member and very well-informed one. Somebody who, can probably help you with the production, at least answer some questions. So check out OC Dobbins. We got Cosmic Squirrel in the house. Low-spec Linux laptop. Let's see. Wait, Cassie, you're on the panel. What's going on? Mrs. Flu is here. Mrs. Flu has a wrench now. Watch out.
Wow.
Yeah. The ladies are in charge, if you couldn't tell.
Women with power.
That's right. We got powerful whammons. We got them whammons. Woo! Diversity. Anyway, sorry. Sorry. I was doing the diversity chant. Did you hear me? We got Eric Winberg sending me my favorite little puppy. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate the super sticker. Let's see. Lots of other humans. We got Kathy in the house. What's up, Kathy? Culture rave music from Vegas. That's right. A little bit of desert fun time. Luke is here. Luke Coral Wiz. I cannot say your name, bro, but dude has a channel. He is growing like a weed, closing in on 1,000, I think, already. Talented artist, available for commission. If I'm not mistaken, we got Valiant Renegade in the house. What's up, B? You doing good, man? Hope you're doing good. We got Sean Estep in the house. We got Duck Nation. Look at all these humans. Soul Assassin, the Chatimal. Chatimal is here. Darcipio has been a minute. I am glad to be back on Sunday night, man. It's good to see you. Sassy is here with the coolest picture in the world. That's pretty awesome. Check that out. It's great. Oh, man. Let's see. Oh, hey, we have a Flu joining us. Actually, it's Mr. Flu. What's up, Toxic Man Flu? You doing good?
Doing all right. How you doing, Culture? Look at this crew.
I know. This is what it's an ever expanding group of humans. That's what I like to say. We got Monkey Jeebus in the house, E. Clay Thomason, Accidental Tourist, so many other folks. Critisable, The Rainbow Knight, Andrew 46 and 2. Scrolling. There's Sci-Fi for Me TV. We'll get him back on the show here in the near future and maybe drop a promotion for him. Dude, the Harrah's New Orleans is awesome. Just so you know. Great place. Dr. Dragon, I think I already said, wow, Apollo Patriot's here. Apollo Patriot's got a channel. Focuses on gaming content, specifically on uniforming out to everybody in modern uniforms from around the globe. So check that out. Please talk Rings of Power episode 4. The boring thing made. No. I mean, other people can talk about it. I don't know that I want to. First of all, I didn't watch it yet. You know why? I'm done. This show is so boring. I don't know. Wait, you know what? We're going to pause here. If you guys kept watching Rings, have you watched this show?
But by saying keep watching implies that we actually watched it to begin with.
Oh, so no. Okay, that's not good news. Cassie, have you seen this thing?
No, I actually haven't watched Lord of the Rings, but I do want to change that shortly and then avoid this specifically. So.
She needs to take a week off of work so she can watch all the movies. So.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, should I watch the theatrical versions or the extended versions?
Okay, no, yes. The answer to that question is simple. Yes. So take like a day and watch all 3 films theatrically released, right?
Okay.
And then bathe in that glory for like a few days. Give yourself a rest. Then watch the extended versions. Now it'll take more time, right? But
definitely.
you will gain even more appreciation for the amazing thing that Peter Jackson was able to do in a shortened period of time, and then what he was allowed to do in a longer period of time. And then imagine him making a television program. That would be.
And then you would have more knowledge. Yeah, you have more knowledge than the people who actually wrote the series.
Boom. Yeah, go ahead, Tox. What's up, bro?
Just avoid all the scenes with the hobbits in it. Though they're annoying little jackasses. Every single one of them.
Maybe I'll warm up to them just a little bit because one of my favorite wrestlers does look like a hobbit, funny enough. So.
Well, I think all your favorite
Comics Division wrestles?
By the way.
Oh!
I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all. No, I can't watch the Lord of the Rings movies straight through anymore. I fast forward through any part that has a hobbit in it.
You know what? You're not the first person I've heard say that, Tox. I know I've heard you say it more than once. Let's see. We have another esteemed panelist here. It's Valiant Renegade. Valiant, if you were going to suggest to Cassie how to go about watching The Lord of the Rings, how would you suggest? Start with theatrical, then extended? Watch only the extended? Watch only the theatrical? What would you say?
Well, I'm still switching out my audio because apparently I'm still coming through my main monitors here instead of my headphones. But that just in case we have an echo, I would say stick with the extended editions.
Oh.
I have bought every set that has come out for LOTR since day one. Theatrical, then extended DVD, then theatrical, extended Blu-ray, theatrical, then extended 4K. The extended editions, I mean, that's one of those. This is where Tom and I will totally agree on this kind of thing. The extended editions for this particular movie set, it's not often that the extended director's cut really adds a material or significant gravitas to a film. But when it comes to LOTR, it absolutely does. I mean, everything that is added to Lord of the Rings in the extended edition is absolute solid gold. There were even, if you have not bought the 4K versions of the extended editions, there is even more stuff in the 4K than there was in the Blu-ray extended editions. It's not much. It's little stuff. It's like maybe 10 minutes per film more, but there are more shots, more angles, a couple of extra pieces of dialogue. And to me, it's all just solid gold. So if you're a big fan of Lord of the Rings, like legit Lord of the Rings, not the, ass water that Amazon is pumping out right now, then definitely do that.
Yeah,
that's my opinion. I'm
I'm
going to try to
definitely
switch my audio over.
I'm a physical collector, so if I do genuinely like the films, I will definitely be getting 4K release because I heard it's amazing in terms of
It is.
just
The 4K versions are good, and if you're a big physical media collector like I am, we're big into it. We
Yep.
do a show every Wednesday night on Midnight's Edge After Dark, 4K
Okay, cool.
for you. It's
Yep.
all physical media. It's all the news, all the rumors of all the new stuff getting remastered and coming out.
Oh, that's
And
awesome. I like that.
I think that's actually right before the Black Pill stream over on Bounding into Comics, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah. Matter of fact, yeah, I think they do. John does that Wednesday night. Matter of fact, since you brought that up, if you don't mind, I didn't do a live show today because I've kind of been doing a mini vacation this weekend. I might actually do an impromptu live show tomorrow evening. Not sure tomorrow, like maybe around 5 o'clock or so. Kind of doing a birthday show. Might have Coach on there if he shows up because I always joke with Coach from Echo Base. I'm 12 hours older than Coach, so
wow.
We might do like kind of a buddy birthday stream, but yeah, I mean, but next weekend back when I get to the regular live stream groove, Bounding into Comics, John Trent's going to be on. So
that's going to be great. It'll be great. John's awesome. Great guest and just amazing content over there at Bounding into Comics, which of course, there you go.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm on that show. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah. Wait, I just noticed that Jacob's like Michael Jordan crying right now. What's going on there?
Is that what it's supposed to be? I thought it was just like crying clown thing.
Oh, I don't know. Grant can be brutal, by the way. He
just having a bit of fun. I always wanted to know what he looked like with a moustache as well.
Mustache.
You could try doing one with hair. I appreciate that one.
See, this is why I don't get on camera on the show. I don't trust anybody.
I got you. Don't you worry. I got you.
He needs a top hat with that stash.
Oh God, it's like Lizzo with a clown nose.
What is that?
Jesus. Oh my God.
I think we just broke his computer.
He broke his thing. Oh no, there
Jacob actually looks better than Lizzo.
To save us from that.
No. It needs him in order to do the thing. Okay, all right. Okay. There it is. It mimics you. It's a mirror.
Yeah, as I figure out.
That's amazeballs. All right. Anyway, I'm easily entertained. Sorry, everybody. All right. Well, anyway, thanks for being here, Valiant. Do you have any insights into the following story? Because I think we're going to start here. This has been a rumor for a little bit. I don't believe that it's actually true. I think it's an excellent rumor. It's an excellent rumor. It's something that has been talked about. I don't believe it's going to happen.
I just hope that it's not true.
It's going to be, dude, there's too many regulatory hurdles, but I want to hear what Valiant has to say just from the title alone. Here we go.
I'm afraid to look.
Boom shakalaka.
Oh, yeah. Now, somebody hit me up about this a few days ago. Okay, so, all right. What this is a pie in the sky kind of theory.
Wish list.
Which, yeah, it's a wish list thing. And I look, to be fair, I think it's a pretty cool what if. I love good what if stuff, but that's all this is right now. And I would have done a video on it earlier this week. I've just been so freaking busy. I thought about this. I've had a lot of things I wanted to talk about this week. I just didn't get a chance. I've just been slammed with day job stuff. But here's the thing, and I want everybody to understand. The first thing you have to know is that anytime you have something as complex as what Discovery just did in tandem with AT&T doing the Reverse Morris Trust, the spinoff, there is what's called in the business world a cooling off period, right? So they cannot do anything with purchases, mergers, and acquisitions, anything. Yeah, they've got to have at least 2 years. So it's going to be 2024 before, even if this is a reality with NBC Comcast, it has to be until at least 2024, late 2024, until this could even be a fart in the wind. It's interesting because, there was some speculation over the years that Comcast's head honcho really had an eyeball on Warner Brothers. But here's the problem. if you thought that like Disney buying Fox was going to be a compliance nightmare, this would be even crazier.
Oh, it's way worse.
Yeah, it's way worse. And here's the other thing. Right now, if Comcast could step in and try to acquire Warner Brothers Discovery, it would be a sweetheart deal because of the financial position they're in. However, once the cooling off period expires, if David Zaslav is the type of leader that we all believe him to be, the financial value of Warner Brothers Discovery 2 years from now is going to be much greater than it is today. And that is going to make the purchase of such a company much more untenable for Comcast. I mean, look, they're still going to have debt. They're still going to have a few $1 billion in debt by that point. And look, debt for these kind of companies is not a bad thing. I think people misunderstand leverage when it comes to corporate finance. Leverage
it's not always bad.
No, it's not. Most of the time, it's not bad. Leverage is fine. You always want to use somebody else's money to do what you want to do rather than using your own money, provided that the amount of leverage that you lever is not in excess, right? Based on your value, based on your market value, based on your cash flows. You want to make sure you can still service that debt. Yeah. Debt is healthy. Debt is a very healthy thing financially, provided that it is healthy debt. Now, could that happen down the road? It's absolutely possible. But as of right now, all these articles are, and the first one that came out from Variety from their VIP Plus program, which I read that, I downloaded it. I think it was Thursday that came out. And if I had actually gotten home in time today to do a live stream, that was going to be one of the things on the list to talk about. But that being said, it's a fun, interesting piece, but I think Zaslav is going to get to the point when this could actually happen 2 years from now. I think Zaslav is going to be having so much fun with what he's doing by that point. I think the prospect of him selling, not to say that it's going to be off the table, but his price tag that he would throw to Comcast would be so outrageously high that it's going to be an untenable offer. I don't see it happening, at least not anytime soon.
And you know what? I love this for a discussion point because I'm with you. I think the company is going to be way too valuable for NBC Universal, Comcast, and NBC Universal to even come close to offering something of value. Because I believe you're right. I think Zaslav and his financial partner, John Malone, they're going to make this a juggernaut. Warner Brothers is going to be a juggernaut before, quote unquote, the cooling off period ends. But I'm curious because I know Jacob has some thoughts on this. Jacob, where do you come down on this, Ben?
Well, I look at it from the perspective of what a nightmare this would actually cause from an entertainment perspective, because I don't know if you guys realize this, but we only have about 4 major entertainment corporations at this point as it is. But the way the things stand, you can argue that's what NBC Universal, aka Comcast, Disney, Warner Media, Discovery, and then Paramount seems to be the big 4 at the moment. You can throw in, I guess, Telemundo and I'm about to say Sony as well. But Sony's having its own monetary issues, so I mean they could easily talk about selling in the next few years as well. So I really hold them to too much regard at that matter. But if Comcast were to turn around and purchase Warner Media Discovery, you have to understand exactly what that means. That's pretty much buying 2 mega corporations in one fell swoop, because obviously Warner and Discovery is just a freshly merged network. Then you talk about NBC buying them already with the largest market share in all of entertainment right now, which is NBC. I mean, they have so much value in their property alone that it would be even ridiculous if they added Warner to that as well. Now, I was talking about this a little bit with Tom, and he believes that if this were to happen, or at least they wanted it to happen, that it wouldn't pass the regulatory and the monopoly laws with the federal government, things of that nature. I would like to think so. I would like to think so, but at the same time, I just have it in the back of my mind. It's with the way that our government's going, would it for their sake, would it benefit them to essentially have 2 major, massive corporations that pretty much control everything that you watch on television? Would they really try hard to stop a deal like this from getting done? Because you have to think of just essentially all the stuff that they would own like under this deal, which is like a ridiculous like amount of like properties all around. You're talking about NBC, Comcast. You're talking about, you know, all the channels that will be going to the movie studios, cable news networks, things of that nature. I mean, essentially, you would have one company that would own like NBC and CNN and all the other subsidiaries in between that, which is a nightmare in and of itself. And just the fact that you're merging these major, massive studios together, like that's the one thing that I really hate about this corporate consolidation that we've seen over the years, because a lot of people forget that about 30 something years ago, we had like about 30 to 40 media companies that created like television, movies, and own networks, things of that nature. That number's pretty much swelled down up to about 4 or 5 at this point, and it seems like it's getting even smaller.
But it, you know, and the chat brings this up, and it's funny because right now Comcast was one of the biggest debt carriers there was going into the global crisis, pandemic, whatever you want to call it. And you have right now they're right around $100 billion. I said the wrong word. $100 billion in debt. And so, you know, it's a little under that. It's like 98 and change, but it doesn't matter. That's the load they're carrying. Can they afford another 53
No,
billion
but I can
dollars?
tell you who can. And I've been saying this now for the last year. I mean, if Warner Brothers Discovery is going to position itself for a buyout, which would not be,
they won't do it. They're not going to do it. But go ahead. Yeah.
If they could, I will tell you who has been very patient, because they can be, in positioning themselves to take over one of these major studios, and that could write a check and pay in cash. And that is Apple.
Yep.
Apple dominated the Emmys this week with Ted Lasso for the comedy side. Severance got a lot of attention as well.
It did.
Apple is a small streamer by comparison, but they are cash rich. Right now, as of the last report, they have $62 billion in cash and cash equivalents. Just sitting cash. Okay. Cash 62 billion.
Which
that is more cash on hand than the vast majority of the S&P 500 is worth. Okay. So if somebody wants to just buy out a studio and operate, that would have virtually no regulatory pushback, because they do not own or operate, or have never owned or operated, a linear broadcast channel or family of channels. They have never operated a over-the-air broadcast channel that is under the scrutiny of the FCC. Apple could step in and basically take whatever the hell they want and pay in cash.
Do you think that Amazon regrets going all in on MGM? Do you think they probably should have waited to get one of these type of deals going?
I don't think Amazon regrets MGM. I could make the argument, or I think you could. I guess this is where you're going, Jacob. We could argue about the timing of their purchase, but at the same time, MGM was throwing themselves out there on the chopping block. Somebody was going to pick them up. Amazon had the capital to do it. I don't think it was a bad purchase. I think in the long term, if they have the people at Amazon that are intelligent enough to lever that purchase and do something very positive with it, then I think that's a good play. I think the bigger thing for Amazon right now, what they figured out wisely, is many of the stupid things they've done, like spending $1.25 billion on Lord of the Rings for that dumpster fire.
Whoops.
Is that they spent about the same amount, at least on an annual basis, for Thursday Night Football with the NFL. That is a wise investment.
Yes, except did you see the complete trash fire that was the last 2 weeks, or the last week, especially the last Thursday?
Well, they just had their first.
I heard they had a lot of issues on the Thursday one. Yeah,
they did, and I get that, and you're totally right. It was a bit of a mess. However, I'm giving, like I would any business, I want to be fair. you have to give Amazon the benefit of the doubt. They have been doing Thursday night games up to this point, but I don't think before this year they have never had the exclusivity. They have been sharing Thursday night streaming games in the past where they had maybe 5 or 6 per season. They were sharing it with NFL Network. So they now have exclusivity, which means if you want to watch those headline games, everything's going to be pumped through Amazon servers. And let's face it, it doesn't matter that Amazon boasts 200 million video subscribe, whatever. That's bullshit. Pardon my French. People subscribe to Amazon Prime like I have for 10 years because of the shipping issue. Nobody gives a rat's rear end about their stupid streaming content because 90+% of it is trash. Like the new episode, the new season of the Grand Tour came out this week. I love the Grand Tour. That is one of the best shows on Amazon. Those are the Top Gear guys from the UK, from the BBC, Jeremy Clarkson, Richard Hammond, James May. They're funny as hell. That's one of the best things, maybe the best thing that Amazon Prime has. That's a rarity for them.
Hands down. Yeah. It's not even close.
It's not even close. And when they got
inundated
this past Thursday with, oh my God, we have 20 million people trying to watch Thursday Night Football, and Amazon's video servers had no idea what the shit to do with that because they're like, oops, we've never had viewership like this because we're not a streamer, even though we pretend that we are.
They're
going to fix that. I promise you by this point next week, AWS, which is Amazon Web Services. AWS is one of the biggest cloud computing systems out there behind Google.
And also the most evil, Azure. The most censor-ridden, and the least secure. They are a sieve.
Yeah, and that's not the fault of AMD and all the epic processors that power their AWS system, by the way, because it is
purely their design and their topology and their system administrators.
Their rollout
incompetent.
That rollout, and the rollout continues to be insecure in a lot of different spots.
It's the way that they do stuff. If you don't go in and click a certain thing, I can go into it pretty deep on AWS, but I do have a question for Valiant Renegade when you get a chance, Culture.
Go.
All right, so you're talking about Apple having the money to go out and buy Warner Brothers and whatever, okay? Apple's one of the wokest of the woke when it comes to corporations.
That's true.
And they have a history of hubris.
Yes.
Total history of hubris. So one of the... I've been around since they and Microsoft were created. They never patented their rotating interface that they had for the. Stop it, Grant. Stop it. We all know Brahma has crabs. You do not have to advertise it.
Oh my God.
So, but they didn't. When they had the iPod, they didn't. Patent the rotating thing, and Microsoft came out with the Zune, patented it, and Apple gave them millions and millions of dollars until they came up with a touchscreen.
Yep.
I don't think what we've seen with Amazon is they went out and they got a bunch of wokey wokes, some people out of bad reboot that have not written jack, don't want to read these books, and created a load of crap. A $1 billion turd. Apple, if they come along, it doesn't matter what they do. They're going to be bad reboot because of all of the Me Too crap when they went in and basically decimated all of the executives. And they, too, are going to spend $1 billion. But in Apple's hubris, my guess it'll be closer to $3 billion that they'll spend on stuff that nobody watches.
But but I'll be honest with you, that was by design. That was the Me Too #MeToo movement was whose wife?
Yeah, J.J. Abrams. So Abrams, who has the big contract with Warner Brothers?
Yeah, but it's gone nowhere.
Well, it doesn't have to go anywhere anymore.
No, but have you not noticed? I mean, the JJ contract with Warner Brothers since Zaslav has taken over, has just been getting shanked, like prison shanked. Like he is trying to get rid of it. Like Zaslav it seems like he is actively trying to dump.
That's a great metaphor. I have to say, the prison shanking of JJ's contract is put a vision in my head that's very satisfying.
Wait a minute. Did somebody say shank on my stream?
I did.
Is the Stabby Sherry in the chat?
No, but I have a commercial for that.
Neighbors bothering you with their loud music?
You know who else in there?
Your boss or coworker harassing you?
Wait, what? Who said that?
This is what culture
Maybe
looks like
you have a
without the green
roommate who
screen.
cries in their sleep. Bully Mays here with a solution that proves every problem has a mortality rate. Introducing Shank Crate, your all-in-one monthly subscription box that can take care of those in-your-face issues. Each box contains
when you need
new
to
and unique
stab a
materials
bitch.
for you to build your very own custom shank.
Oh my gosh.
And for your protection, the contents of each box are totally secret until you receive it. And not only does it create solutions, it also serves as a creative outlet, like an adult form of Lego.
Oh, yeah. Right? That is a literal knife's edge.
Maybe you, like some of our other customers, have questions.
Can I bring it to school?
Who's ever heard of a pencil not being allowed at school?
Can you store it in a pocket?
Absolutely.
What if you don't, have any pockets?
Your discretion. Whether you're conscientious about the Earth or just not opposed to being a good steward of the environment, each Shank Crate and its contents are made of 100% recycled materials to make sure we're environmentally friendly. And if you order now, we'll be extra sensitive to the environment and keep all the original fingerprints on the items for your convenience. All for the low cost of $19.99 a month. Call 626-831-9333 to get your Shank Crates today. If you call now and secure your monthly subscription for only $19.99, you'll get your very own alibi insurance for those slightly stickier situations. But wait again, there's even more. To be inclusive, culturally respectful, and as patriotic as possible,
this
each
doesn't
monthly
end.
box is themed after a unique prison in the US of A. So call 626-831-9333 now to get your very own unique,
I got my
patriotic,
Folsom
and
edition last
environmentally-friendly
month.
Shank Crate with your own personal alibi insurance.
I got mine Big Mac, McAllister State Penitentiary in Oklahoma.
The nice one here
John
in
Wick's
Louisiana
cleanup
was
crew in a box.
it was like the Angola edition for Louisiana. So
legal representation sold separately.
All right, so back
They
to the
have a military
conversation.
edition of that that's only like military prisons. It's great.
Yeah, David Zaslav took a shank to the contract. Go ahead, VR.
Well, no. What I was going to say was, look. Not everything is going to be as it seems. There's going to be a lot of changes coming, nonetheless. But I think, part of the issue, and this is just to be clear, because I have to go in a minute. But even look, I'm not trying to say that Apple buying this or that or the other thing is going to be a savior. I'm not saying that I'm not concerned if Apple were to buy it. All I'm saying is I'm looking at the financials. I'm looking at the numbers. If somebody's going to go out there, because I have been waiting for Apple to make their move. Now, as far as them pissing away, like you were talking about, Toxic, with throwing $3 billion down here and screwing stuff up, you might be right. You might be totally right. However, the fact that Apple has stayed as patient as they have to this point, they could have. You got to understand, Apple could have written a check for cash. To almost any of these people. Paramount, my God, has been a disaster for the last couple of years. Right. Apple could have straight up.
I think you're assuming that the executives at Apple are competent.
Tim Cook has demonstrated a lot of incompetence.
Yeah,
but
I can make some Tim Cook jokes, but he's not a stupid guy by even like the least.
Well, Apple has a lot of built-in money. That they have. That their only real market is the United States. So the United States goes down, which I expect to happen over the next 3 years, thanks to the current administration and the policies that are being enacted. The sales for the Apple phone are going to go down. I mean, who has $1,000 for a damn phone? Right?
Here's the thing.
Right. And the Macs and the prices and all that stuff from there, I see Apple over the next 2 or 3 years losing money. and lots of it as we go down this economic roller coaster towards the bottom. And there's no overseas market for them. They're going to have to change their entire tooling for their phones if they want to sell them in Europe, because they lost that battle and are going to have to do USB-C for their phones. So are they going to maintain two? Because having the Lightning stuff and having exclusivity on that, they've been able to charge whatever they want. I mean, they're charging 40% for anybody to take money on Apple. If you have an Apple app, they're charging 40%. If you don't use iPay, they're charging 30% if you do. And it's just, I mean, the stuff behind the scenes and where they make their money and all that from there, I think they're going to go down. So they may have money now. There may, you know, what you call patience, I'm going to tend to call luck and hubris, and from there, and stuff.
Well,
but I'm not saying you're wrong. I just, I see this and go from there. I mean, because you're not wrong according to culture.
No, look, I hear everything you're saying and I get it. That being said, I mean, look, they still have a very strong international penetration with their market shares, even if it's not as big as here it is in the US. That being said, their service revenues over the last several years have been climbing very, very well. It's not just selling the hardware. They have billions and billions of dollars a year now coming in from their service revenue.
Their stores.
The iTunes store. Look, I pay Apple $30 a month for Apple One, and I happily do it. I have a family of 5, myself, my wife, my 3 kids. I mean, my wife uses iTunes and the music stuff routinely running a music school. That's, you know, $20 a month if you were $15 a month, $16 a month if you pay for the family iTunes music subscription. You got Apple TV. You've got Apple storage. I got 2 terabytes a month. You've got the fitness thing we don't really use too much. You got Apple News, which I love now for $5 a month as part of that Apple One package. Because a lot of those websites that go behind paywalls aren't behind paywalls when you have Apple One. So, I mean, there's features to it, but that is where a lot of the revenue is coming in.
Right, but those prices are now, and then those prices are going to go up. Just like, I mean, cutting the cord, I've wasted so much money cutting the cord, and I knew that was going to happen.
Well, no, I agree with you there. The whole cord cutting thing, everybody thought it was going to get cheaper, and people like me were laughing about it 5 years ago.
Oh, yeah, it was insane to think that was going to happen. Yeah.
Because it's always going to go back to advertisers. Advertisers will always rule the roost, and that's a very healthy thing. Because the things that we complain about on YouTube, like the woke bullshit they put in shows and all this kind of stuff, once the advertisers permeate the streaming services, and once the actual viewership is laid bare to the public eye, that's going to start shifting, because they've been able to hide behind things like subscription fees and all this to where they don't have to put out these numbers. Once the advertisers actually come in, that dynamic is going to start to change.
Okay. And I agree with you. I feel like Apple does have the room to buy somebody, but I think National Amusements might get rid of Paramount. I think Shari just wants to go back to doing what her dad did.
Oh, well, that's why. Look, Paramount was the first studio I thought would be a target of Apple, bar none. Especially when their market capitalization was floating around like $25 billion. I'm like, shit, Apple could write a check right now for cash, and it wouldn't even affect their bottom line. They could buy, and this was about a year and a half ago, they could just buy Paramount and be done with it, and they would have a massive library of content to put onto Apple TV Plus. That's what they wanted. I mean, that's where they need to go. But the good thing is that Apple has been making, and this is what's crazy about it, Apple has been making a very slow and steady push into that market, and they're getting a lot of good critical attention. I think quality critical attention. When they have they've got all the Tom Hanks stuff right now, like with Finch, Greyhound.
Well, the space thing.
Emmys for yeah. So I mean, they're doing well with it, and they're going slow and steady, and they're just waiting for a point to buy somebody.
And this is a great comment from Radioactive, because it just reminded me something that I'd heard that was a rumor that I do believe is true. Apple's going to bring manufacturing back to the U.S.
Well, they're going to have to.
No. But I mean, because go ahead, Valiant.
I think I think they're going to try to invest in something here domestically.
They have
which you have to understand for the people watching out there.
Yeah.
So Apple right now is the number one customer of a company called TSMC, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing. Okay. TSMC is the biggest fabrication place on planet Earth. The second largest customer of TSMC is AMD. Okay. Apple and AMD, these are what we call fabless chip manufacturers, meaning that Apple and AMD, what they do is their engineers and architects design the actual physical nature of the chips. They pass it along to TSMC to actually do the grunt work and process and manufacture this. TSMC is about 3 generations to 4 generations ahead of Intel. This is why Intel stock has absolutely been destroyed in the last few years. Intel is a fucking train wreck, pardon my French. Intel is a mess, okay? They cannot produce chips to save their ass. They are so far behind Apple and AMD. So like when I look for, I got the new Windows computer, great. You're 4 generations behind in my Apple computer I bought last year. Congratulations, it's hilarious. I mean, now look, here's the thing. Intel-based chips, Windows-based PCs, obviously they're much more gaming-oriented. That's what software manufacturers make it for.
Okay.
But go ahead.
I'm going to pull the ripcord on this because DJ Scandalous, who is fairly well informed about a lot of things, dropped this in the chat. Reports that WB will merge with Paramount next, but Paramount had a new app with Universal called Sky Showtime overseas. They will have to sell CBS to merge in the US, though.
And what's wrong with selling CBS? I mean, are those broadcast networks?
That's their moneymaker. CBS is the moneymaker for Paramount.
That's where the money comes from. You can't. There is no upside in this. There are regulatory nightmares, compliance issues, as Valiant was talking about. There is no good path to merge anymore or consolidate anymore because it's too much of a nightmare.
I mean, they gutted most of those laws.
I would say the pie keeps getting smaller when it should be getting bigger.
Right.
I mean,
I think you're seeing a game of musical chairs.
Yeah,
that's what you're saying. So, and I understand the M1 chip and all that stuff. I understand from there, but Apple's going to suffer from what Apple has always suffered from. Their hubris. They only create their own stuff, right? They provide and all their stuff and everything internal, and where IBM or whatever you want to call it, beat the pants out of them was being open source. And that's where Android will eventually destroy Apple.
Well, and Apple also has that same problem. You're not wrong. It's definitely hubris, but at the same time, they have this massive issue that Tim Cook is just not the right guy.
No,
you lost.
Tim is
Intel's
not
been
Steve.
awful.
There's no question.
Yeah.
Tim is not Steve.
There's not a lot of innovation.
But
Wozniak was the one. Steve Jobs was just a marketer. Wozniak was the brain.
Right,
and,
but for Jobs, it became all about flash dash. It became all about like the visual engineering. That was what he did.
That's what sold Apple. Steve had the charisma.
Yeah,
and the charisma stuff from there.
But it was a visual engineering. He's like, I want to do this. Can you guys make this? Because I want it to look like this. That was his thought process, right?
And then he drove people into the ground until he, put some of them in the hospital.
Yeah, which is also true. But let's get to a couple super chats and all that. And I know Valiant's
I would love to have a discussion with some people about this kind of early '80s, '90s computer stuff and where all that went.
I think
because if Apple didn't have an exclusive contract with Motorola for their chips, and IBM would have partnered with Motorola instead of Intel, we would be 20 or 30 years ahead of where we are in chip development.
Well, again,
now.
because of risk architecture, right? Which is how everything evolved.
Right. Intel had to buy that from Digital.
I know.
And Compaq tried to buy Digital for the RISC Alpha architecture, and then just before the sale, Digital sold it to Intel for more money and screwed Compaq.
All right.
Great.
So in the interest,
sorry, I'll shut up.
in the interest of preserving the audience who doesn't care about this section at all, let's do this. Let's get some super chats, which I want to get to because they deserve it. This one I highlighted during the intro. Eric Winberg, obviously the super sticker I appreciate. We've got Heron of Alexandria for $5 saying, "Hey panel. Good to see you all this wonderful Sunday. I find myself looking forward to Sundays again for House of the Dragon." And we will get into that in just a moment because I agree with you. I think House of the Dragon is probably the best thing on tonight. Yeah, it's the best thing on Sunday, and I know you've got to go. We'll get through these supers, and then we'll get you to do your.
Oh no, it's all good. All good.
Yeah, Sith Holocron sent a super sticker. Thank you for that, my friend. I do appreciate $2 super sticker from Sith Holocron, who has an awesome logo, by the way. And we also have Commander Ed Straker of Shadow for $2 saying hello to you and guests. Missed Friday pre-flight. Yeah, Friday pre-flight had to take a nap. I'm sorry, but it'll be back next Friday. I promise. We'll get on to the next episode of the Friday pre-flight. And with that, Valiant, I know that you're dying to go watch House of the Dragon. Why don't you tell everybody all the amazing stuff that you do, including, what you're going to do next? Here's Valiant Renegade.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm going to go watch House of the Dragon tonight. Had a nice weekend. Took a few days off. Needed a break. Birthday weekend, actually. So
nice.
Might be doing a
Happy
stream
birthday.
tomorrow night. Don't know yet. If I do, it'll be very impromptu. So we might have just a little fun tomorrow afternoon, maybe around 5 or 6 for just about an hour or two.
Sexy.
But yeah, I mean, we put Hollywood through the business and financial lens of reality on Valiant Renegade, and we keep trying to do that and just have a little fun, and that's really it. Appreciate being here. Thanks for having me on Culture. It's always good to see you. It's always a great show here. I haven't seen you in a while, so I love being able to stop by. And matter of fact, if I do a stream tomorrow, Culture, I will shoot you the link.
Oh man, I will gladly join. I can't believe you sent me a link a couple of weeks ago. I felt guilty because I'm like, oh, I freaking missed this, but I love it.
Oh, it's fine. Look, half the time, like when I get up Sunday mornings, I'm like, am I going to do a show today? And now that we're getting out of summer and into the fall, I'm going to have that problem even more because at 5 o'clock on Sundays, I'm going to be like, do I want to do a live stream or do I want to go bass fishing? Because I might do that instead.
It's a good time of year.
I might have more Sundays in the fall where I'm going to be like at 4 o'clock. I'm going to be like, not going on today, y'all. Have a good Sunday. I just decided at the last minute, no. So, but anyway.
You got to do, do it. When they're running.
Oh yeah, fall season here in the South and Louisiana.
I know.
It's a great time.
I'm a lot jealous, bro. I'm jealous. So just keep your boat clean, bro. Keep your boat clean.
Gotta get
wash your hands.
So,
all right, thanks for hanging out, Valiant. Appreciate you, brother. Take it easy, and dude, if you're not subscribed to Valiant Renegade, do check out his channel. But I hate to do this, and Valiant, I know you got to go. But we're gonna move on. We got to move on to another subject. Valiant, you're gonna hate you missed this one.
I know. I'm sorry, but I do have to get. I've got an early day. I've got somebody coming out at like 7 a.m. I'm in Central Time. I know that's what I'm saying. I got somebody coming out at 7 a.m. coming to cut a new road in because I'm finally starting to develop some property I bought 20 years ago, about 30 acres worth. We're going to be putting in a little campground and a bass pond. So
good for you.
Got some stuff going on in the morning. So
God bless you, man. Thanks for being here. And everybody, if you're not subscribed to Valiant Renegade, do check out his channel. Appreciate you, man.
Take care, Culture. Good to see you, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
Hi, Valiant.
Bye-bye.
Valiant Renegade, everybody. Okay, we're gonna move on. I want to talk about gaming. Major gaming news today. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
Cassie, you want to talk about the subject? You got anything around it you want to shoot out there?
So the whole situation revolving around not just GTA 6, that who knows when that's coming out, could be a year or at this point maybe way more, but also GTA 5 hacker who I believe I heard he's also responsible for the Uber hack. Yeah, he essentially got the source code for GTA 5, GTA 6, a playable build, which is something that's recently come out for GTA 6. And yeah, he leaked out like 90 clips, which is like over an hour's worth of footage of GTA 6. And that footage is apparently from around 2019. Oh my God.
Yeah, you're totally being, check it out. That was funny. All right, keep going.
But yeah, the gaming community is losing their shit because this is legit. Like, this is really a thing. Apparently, this hacker is down to sell the GTA 5 source code to the highest bidder. Apparently, someone was impersonating the actual hacker themselves and got like 5 Bitcoin out of it, which right now is like 100K. And yeah, someone just made 100K off of someone that wanted the GTA 5 source code, and it's the story keeps developing. But from a creator standpoint, this is absolutely catastrophic for Rockstar when your source code for your games is out there, especially for a game that you guys have been working on for years. It's like what, 7-8 years they've been working on GTA 6. It is devastating. Yeah.
9 years. It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
And look, because I know Jacob's got a role because he's got business in the morning. Jacob, honestly, what are your thoughts here about, because this is catastrophic for a gaming company, man.
Well, it's actually funny because me and Cassie talked about this, I think about a month or two ago, when the whole thing about GTA 6 possibly going woke because of the people who had taken over Rockstar in the first place. There was this whole thing about people internally were complaining about the toxic culture of Rockstar. So they ended up getting rid of everyone who worked there. And now they got these, as I like to call them, chuckle fucks. Developing this game. So it's kind of funny to me that all their stuff is now getting leaked onto the internet, and people are, they have their thoughts one way or another. I haven't really been a big GTA fan in a while, so I see a lot of the footage that's coming out, and it doesn't really mean too much to me because I think they're just going to rely on online gameplay for the most part, just kind of like GTA 5 has, because they're still making money off that like almost 10 years later. So I feel like this is going to be more of the same. So yeah, there's a whole lot of craziness going on, and we got a Joker situation where people are literally turning around and burning a bunch of money. So from that perspective, it's very, very funny to me, just from an outside perspective. But
it's 5 Bitcoin is currently $94,000. Thanks, Nano. No, it's Look, let me tell you, you just pay me in Bitcoin, right? That's kind of what they did. And it is sad, right? Because this is a game 9 years in the making, because that's literally the development cycle for this since they released GTA 9 years ago. Today, they released GTA 5. That's it was not lost on me that was the anniversary of the game that they went about revealing this hack. It's insane. And this is the biggest leak in the history of video games. From the biggest thing. And yes, happy birthday to Nick. Guys, if you don't know, it was Nick Weiser's birthday today. He just had a birthday stream.
Can't believe he's 22 years old.
Well, all I know is I just want his liver to survive until he's 37. That's all we need.
Then you can die.
I got to hear, so I'm almost at the halfway mark. We're looking good for tonight. And Brahma's been kicking ass with me. We've been drinking whiskey all night, have we, Brahma? It's been great. It
has been good. And then we've been silent over here.
Right, we're just hanging out. I'm enjoying the conversation because, for me, these subjects.
Well, look,
I knew about the leak. I didn't know all the details. So thank you, Cassie, and nice to meet you. Never
likewise.
A pleasure.
It's honestly worse. I mean, Cassie can tell you as like somebody who's like a hardcore gamer that that's actually devastating, because I mean, if they release the source code, right, if that actually gets into the open for 5 and 6, because apparently the hacker also has 6, yikes. I mean, this is all because of a hack in Slack. I know that sounds weird. I was going to do a video on this, but I'm like, I don't know what the angle would be, except for the fact that we have cybersecurity issues that nobody wants to talk about, that I know this guy down here, Toxic Manflu, can nerd out about forever. And I probably can too, but our audience is going to take a nap.
I'm with Radioactive.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
unless there's something proprietary in it, it means nothing to me. But I mean it, unless it's preemptive, so you get to see what the game's going to be before. I can see that being important to people.
They're getting a bunch of people to try and see if they can use the Unreal Engine and incorporate the source code into it, and then they'll hire those people to do.
But I can do that now.
Rage engine that they're currently using.
Yeah, coding is not what it used to be. So coding right now is all black box, drag and drop. Really anybody can code, literally, not literally.
Code, bro.
That's culture, literally. No,
easy now.
Anybody can code.
But, wait, I don't say that word. That's comics. Comics is literally.
You're not wrong.
A little
You're
bit.
not wrong.
You just literally said that.
That's me.
A little bit.
Literally.
You're not wrong. A little bit.
That's me.
Little.
Here's the thing.
Happy birthday to the beautiful pizza god, 32 flavors. Thank you, Vistra.
My man.
Nick's 35. His liver's 56.
Yeah, 6 for $10 says happy birthday, Nick. Well, thank you. I got a gift on Nick's birthday. Nick,
Crazy deserve it.
Nick,
you deserve it, Culture.
Nah, this check's in the mail, baby. I'll send it to you.
No, dude, we're gonna hang out in Florida. Let's just
I'm gonna buy you stupid amounts of pizza, and then you're gonna have to eat steak with me, bro. Actually, if you come to the content house, between me and Rogue Attraction, we are gonna cook our asses off. Whoever's in Florida. Wait, I'm not gonna say it that way because that'd be like a house.
We'll do this outbreak at the content house.
All I'm gonna say is we're gonna cook, and there will be people who are there that are gonna get invites, and we're gonna eat our faces off.
But hold on.
That sounds huge.
I do want to throw this up on screen right now because Nick, we just talked about this. So before, let me go ahead and plug all my stuff right now before I go out here. Then I'll put your stuff. Next, Society Reviews on YouTube and on Twitch. Tomorrow we'll be talking about The Woman King, doing a full review in depth on that one tomorrow night. Wednesday we have our Digimon review on the Retro Review Show. Then we also have the Black Pill stream, myself, John, Josh, and Spencer on Bounding in the Comics YouTube. And then on Tuesday night we'll be doing episode 16 of the Barroom Podcast. So please subscribe to me on YouTube, Society Reviews YouTube, and on Twitch. That's where we'll have all those shows listed. And then hopefully I might be seeing some of you guys in Orlando, and I just got this across my screen. So Nick, you know what this means now. We've gone too deep to go back now. So I'm just put this one up here.
Dude, we're only about to get deeper. Dude, what?
We're gonna go hang out with Tim. That's what we're gonna do.
Dude.
Yep. And that is the weekend that we're in Orlando. So
we'll be there.
I arrived that morning of the 29th. Let's run wild together. Let's run wild together.
I'm gonna pick your butt up at the airport. I'm gonna grab Jacob. We're gonna go hang out at the beach shop, and we're gonna get Terry to sign our stuff. Hulk Hogan.
That's awesome.
I can't wait.
Could that be any more perfect though? That's crazy.
The timing's amaze balls. It's great. I'm totally excited. You know what, Jacob? Thanks for being here, man. I appreciate your support, your contributions, and everything else that you do.
All right, thanks, guys. I'll see you guys later. Good night to everyone except for Cassie. Good night.
Take care. I'm gonna be the nice one. Take care, sir.
Oh yeah, she'll light me up in Discord in a minute.
Jacob, thanks for being here, man. Have a good night, bud.
See you, buddy.
Bye, guys.
Later.
All right. So I'm gonna do this. I got a couple more soups I want to get to. We got Nano Reaper here says for $2 offset stupidity and drive a V8 or a diesel. Sure. I'm a fan of that. I think something big, like I don't know, an earth mover. I'm gonna start driving a cat earth mover around. It's gonna cost me a lot of money, but I can clear the road. So if somebody's in the way, I can clear a traffic jam. Does that sound good? Yeah, it does. Thanks for that, man. I appreciate it. We got a White Sal's weird changing accent for nothing. I highlighted it. Happy birthday, Nick. So there you go. Thank you.
Thank you, Wise House.
Our great friend, Mr. Tickle Trunk, for a Canadian $10 says, buy Nick some pizza or beer or steak with this. Happy birthday, man. He deserves it. And I will. Actually, somebody in the chat said steak on pizza. I think it was Jerry Mendoza. Steak on pizza? I would eat a steak pizza.
I try it. Yeah, I'm actually kind of curious on that one.
It's
You
like
do, no, you're doing it wrong. You've got to put the pizza toppings on top of the steak.
Oh,
have you had a Philly
use the steak
cheesesteak
as the
pizza?
base.
I have. They're good.
Yeah, those are good.
They're
That's
really
crazy.
good. Yeah, but I like this, and of course, Nano
I
Reaper
think
rolls
Nick
up.
just had an orgasm thinking
He
about
did.
that.
He did actually on the stream.
Oh,
Dude.
Nick's nuts are empty.
Yeah.
That's right.
Dude,
Legion,
his keyboard looks like a glazed donut. But anyway, Nano Reaper for nothing says, I just butchered an elk and 2 bighorn sheep. Do I need to deep freeze? I think you should, but I think you should put some of that on pizza. I think that sounds.
Don't let it go to waste.
Don't. He won't. Nano Reaper,
cook it over a week.
he is a subsistence guy, so he's going to eat that meat. It's good stuff. VR's toe eating fixation. This is messed up. Toe eating fixation for 5 Australian. Oh man. Says, question for the panel: would you eat a pinky toe if it meant you were as buff as Army Hammer? You can eat it anyway if you like. Whoa.
No,
It would work for me very well.
Yeah,
I think there's
Cassie.
actually a bar in Alaska that actually puts a pinky toe into a specific shot, and they've had like 4 of them disappear because people didn't not swallow it.
So you'll have yours and drink. Okay, that's fair enough. Nick's probably having his on a pizza.
Yeah,
pizza.
Culturally,
I had good
I
Mexican
don't
tonight.
think they got Army Hammer skills though,
I'm gonna.
I'll dissolve mine in
I mean-
a brine solution.
If I did this, I would make for a way better She-Hulk than that CGI bullshit they got going on.
You know what?
There's
I can't
nothing
wait.
wrong with She-Hulk that not having made the series couldn't fix.
Man, that's true. That is so true. You know, here's the weird thing, right? So tomorrow's video is about She-Hulk, but it's not. It's about like a broader subject, which is Disney, Marvel, and the whole modern.
Did you just call a woman a broad?
No.
Oh, okay.
A broader subject. You know what? That was
So you're saying She-Hulk has a big ass? What's up with that?
Well, I mean,
Culture the casino.
Oh wow, Culture the casino.
Yeah,
Speaking
you
of,
like
I'm
that
not
one?
twerking. I am not twerking on this stream. Speaking of not twerking on the stream, Mr. Tickle Trunk for a Canadian $2 says steak, onions, and mushrooms, and extra cheese pizza. That sounds good, man. Really
it better
does.
be tender steak. If
Is
it's
that a
chewy
lefty
crap.
pizza? Is that
No,
what that is?
that
Tickle
is a
Trunk?
yummy pizza.
Who
Would
the
you
hell eats
stop
chewy
it?
steak?
You know what?
I thought lefty
He's
pizzas didn't
he
have
is a
steak.
classic liberal. He is not a lefty.
Is that a tube steak?
No, that would be Jeffrey Toobin. He used to work
The
at CNN.
Tubin.
But
Oh, the Tubin pizza. Right.
the Toobin
I
pizza.
could get with the extra cheese and maybe
Slam
steak,
sauce.
but the mushrooms hurt it because at least onions I could save them by caramelizing them, but the mushrooms are like that. That's a herder for me. The mushrooms
we're-
just.
Yeah,
I don't shroom.
Did
I
you
don't
say
know.
hard R for you?
Whoa! No, he meant hard no.
Oh, hard no. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I'm
it's
old.
better than a soft no. That's like a yes in disguise. I'm just saying. Speaking
Yeah,
of
see,
which,
Cassie looks like she's 18. I look like I'm 90. So there you go.
you're right. I have
Wow.
seen you, and you are
Age disparity.
undershooting that. Anyway,
Yeah.
Karen of
Thank you.
Alexandria
Sound like
for
a day
$2.
over
It's a
85, my
freaking
friend.
weave, you glue bastard.
It's not.
Get-
Aaron for Alexandria drops this on us. Says for
Ooh,
$2,
that's good.
bell pepper, onion, and pepperoni. That sounds bueno.
That's a good one.
It's good.
Ooh,
It's
Actually,
But you
one
know
of the-
what?
we
I
call it
think Nick will
capsicum.
agree. It's the crust and the sauce, that base.
Always.
When you get that right,
Yep.
then there's just a few toppings I don't like. You know, anchovies and a couple of,
Man,
a couple of
Oh,
weird things.
see, anchovies
I-
is the real enemy.
So I used to work at Papa
Real.
John's.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right, you did.
I'm sorry.
The best pizza I ever made as a manager. I brought in a can of Wolf Brand chili, and I put it on as the sauce. Then I put the cheese on, and then I opened up one of their old cheese sauce cups. I don't know if they still have them, but I spread it all over it, cooked it. Chili pizza is the best thing ever. Ever. It's
No sauce.
Never had
fantastic.
it.
It's chili.
The sauce is the chili because the chili.
No. You understand what I'm saying? Is like there's no sauce other than the chili.
Well, the chili is a sauce.
It's a chili pizza. It's a chili cheese pizza.
Yeah, it's a chili cheese pizza. It is fantastic.
Yeah, you don't split hairs with Brahma Bull. He's hardly got any left.
The
other good one that I made was I made hamburger helper at home and then took it into the store the next day and put that on a pizza skin. And that was fantastic as well.
Oh, you're so gross.
Dude,
it was great.
Said that.
I need to mute him. I can't believe that just came out on my thing.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, whatever. Heron of Alexandria for another $2. Apparently, Heron's trying to sponsor this evening's chat. Says, I made a cheeseburger pizza a couple weeks ago. Those are awesome.
Hamburger helper is cheeseburger pizza.
No, it's not.
Cheeseburger macaroni.
I disagree.
I hate
you. Make English muffin pizzas sometimes.
Whoa. I do not talk like being a lefty is a disease, Darcipio. I am center-left libertarian. That is about as left as you could be.
That's still basically a Nazi, though.
Fuck.
According to postmodernism logic, yeah, that's still considered alt-right Nazi.
Rough girl is on my team and says no pineapple.
I agree.
No pineapple.
As an ex-New Yorker, definitely no pineapple. We don't do that.
Well, in New York, you can't get it.
Jason, I was going to feature you as a channel next week. What is this? Prego spaghetti sauce for homemade pizza, bro?
That's good.
He uses pregnant spaghetti sauce for homemade pizza.
Who would have thought crushed up tomatoes would make a good sauce?
You have to properly roast and season your tomatoes for a good sauce.
Have you ever had bachelor pizza?
No.
All right, English muffin. Take an English muffin. Toast the English muffin. Right, cut it in half.
I was 18. There was no bachelor.
Okay.
Anyway.
So I understand that you don't have real life experience. So, so you take an English muffin and you cut it in half. Oh, that's right. I forgot. He's got Dick Bowers on this guy. Release.
Go ahead, bro. I was teasing you. Go ahead.
No,
take a what? No.
An English muffin.
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't do that. That was great.
I don't know what happened there.
Look.
Australia's a fake country.
Oh man, tomorrow's gonna park cars.
It's just a glorified penal colony.
And then you put pizza sauce on that after it's toasted, and you put your favorite topping on it: pepperoni, hamburger, whatever you want, some sprinkled cheese, and you put it in the toaster oven for a few minutes. Bam, done. 10 minutes, good stuff. Whatever you want. Everybody gets their own little mini pizzas. That's always the best way to go.
I'm about to say that's not terrible.
No, it's not. It is great.
We used to cook ours on an iron.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? I reached this conclusion too, KG. I can't label myself politically because I'm an issues person. So it doesn't matter anything. I won't do it. I won't do it. Speaking of which, Jin Wong rolled in with an Australian $2. Jin Wong, a very talented artist, commissioned him. He's amazing. Says, has anyone tried the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles PB and anchovies? No. I know Tom has.
I saw Nick die just a little bit inside.
He doesn't like anchovies.
But PB and banana sandwiches are fantastic.
I like peanut butter.
Oh God.
Peanut butter doesn't go on pizza. It's not pizza at that point.
But a PB&J sandwich with bananas?
No.
You don't even try it?
No, just
pizza. It's not a sandwich unless it has meat in it.
No.
Elsewise, it's just some kind of vegetarian leftist crap.
Okay, have you ever fried a PB and banana sandwich?
No, because I'm not stupid.
I tried that. A fried PB&J sandwich. I tried that. That could be good.
You know what? We're losing audience because we're talking food. I'm just saying.
Mrs. Flu brings up a good one. PB and honey is also fantastic.
Yeah, she likes that stuff.
All right. Okay, well, this is the last food one, guys. Mr. Tickle Trunk for a Canadian 5 says, you need to try ghetto pizzas, college pizzas, white bread, cheese bread, sliced hot
dogs, yeah.
Under broil, only in oven for 2 minutes max. No!
Yeah. Tickle Trunk, have you done that with a cracker? So a saltine cracker and cheese and a sliced hot dog? Oh, yeah. Oh, Ors de Overs, baby. That's a redneck way to go.
Look, if you're doing anything, it's bacon. I'm sorry. Just put bacon on a pizza. Problem solved.
Load that bitch with bacon.
Have Have you ever made a swine apple?
You know what? There's going to be a poll in the field. They put a poll in the field.
Yeah.
So you take a pineapple, you
just
core it out, you
highlighted your
put
own
in
chat
sliced.
instead of making a poll.
All right, here's the poll. Do you load that bitch with bacon, or do you load that bitch with even more bacon?
Okay, so I'm putting it here. Favorite pizza.
Favorite pizza?
Favorite pizza. Now, you know what? Favorite food. Pizza or something else.
The wife asks if that's what I make for herself when she's not home.
I'm the special kind of asshole that just goes with loaded pepperoni and hot sauce. Yes, that's my deal.
Oh, that sounds good.
Okay.
I love it.
Ah, the Dutch oven special, I see.
I put hot sauce on everything.
Exactly.
Oh. Shit, that's
If you are dieting, hot sauce is the best cheat. It's great flavor to everything, 0 calories.
There, the polls in the field. Favorite food, pizza, or something not as good as pizza?
It's quite the inventive poll.
Right.
Look, my producer sucks. I mean, just be honest.
Hey, you could have comics division's producer. That dude's
All right, I want to get back to this. I want to
That
get back
guy's
to this.
never made a poll in his life.
I want to get. Yeah, I know. I want to get back to this article because it's
Culture's
important.
made lots of polls.
That was not cool, bro.
Huh? What? No, I was just talking about the polls on YouTube.
What's crazy is the 90 videos that went out isn't that's like minuscule into comparison to everything else that this hacker got his hands on.
Wow.
Oh, dude, I know. I can't even believe. First of all, that's like the tip of the iceberg. That's the tip of the iceberg because 90 videos. I watched a considerable portion of them before I made my short video today. And it is, without a doubt, the biggest leak I think I've ever seen from a video game. And it's the most compromised I've ever seen a video game company. Take-Two didn't know how to react to this. And only recently, like as of about 11 o'clock this morning, started taking down the YouTube videos that were being released based on all this material. So there are like, people have this. They clipped
didn't you say that they, Cassie, that they had like moved a lot of their developers out, had left, and or was that Culture was saying that?
No, go ahead.
When you have a big development team that's been core for a while leave, anyone's going to have a back door into this stuff. I mean, is there any speculation you think that the person who did this is one of the older developers or something like that?
Apparently the hacker is linked to other kind of notorious hacks that have happened in the past. Apparently they're saying the hacker himself is saying you could look back at his access points. Like he's saying that. So that's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
Okay,
what people
that's
were
insane.
saying, it was when they were doing the collaboration with Studio Bondi for LA Noire.
Yep.
They reckon that was when the first time that the same signature of the hack went through, and they think because once that company dissolved, they got all their code and everything in there, that it was already embedded in that, and that's how they got in.
Well, and TZ Burton, it's not outside of the expectation this could happen. And look, I can pass through multiple VPNs and make it look like I'm somewhere else. This person is trying to present themselves as from the UAE, the United Arab Emirates, right? And they could be here in the States. You don't know. And based on what Cassie just said, yeah, they could have come from almost anywhere. I don't know. I feel like the Slack explanation is the broadest because they've had vulnerability for over 5 years that they didn't know about.
Yeah.
And I just wish I thought of that Bitcoin scam beforehand. That was brilliant.
Oh, I know.
Wouldn't it be funny if that was actually the hacker as well? Just on top of it, like he's just playing 4D chess.
Yeah, and I agree with this statement. LA Noire needs a sequel game. It does. It was so well done.
It's crazy to think that this could potentially destroy not only one of the greatest video game developers in video game history, but the creators of the most profitable piece of entertainment ever made. This could completely destroy them.
That is scary. Like Take-Two acquired them because of that. right? And now they could be boned. Could you imagine? Like they got one thing out of it. They got one thing out of it with Red Dead Redemption 2. That's what they got out of it. That's not a good exchange.
So,
right?
What if this hacker is a disgruntled 72-year-old who wants all the kids to go out and like mow lawns, to get jobs, and do stuff with their hands? I mean, that.
Yes,
what if it's that?
What if it's one of the Hauser brothers that doesn't work there anymore?
Oh, could be.
What if it's the cock?
What if it's Brahma Bull because whiskey gives you wings?
It does.
He gives us nothing.
We had 94 people watching.
Thank you all for listening here and being here. And make sure you give the we'll rub the thumbs up button the right way.
For those of you, okay, so here we go. So for those of you who have seen
Culture Naked,
those 14 nipples he has.
I think we all have it.
I think Cassie just threw up a little bit in her mouth. I'm so sorry.
We're very sorry.
I'm sorry. I take responsibility. I'm so sorry.
Oh, he does.
we can't. We don't see you in black and white in Lamentations with your hands in front of your face saying, "I take responsibility." So it doesn't count. Anyway,
though you can start singing
Lamentations. What? I don't get what this guy's saying. I don't know.
And you know what? Just
that
for a
glue's
minute.
going to your brain, man. Glue's going to your brain. You asked me on this show
on purpose.
There is not enough water.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
Okay, so let's do this. That too. There is not enough any of that. Look, yeah, I didn't need that fishing either. Grandpa.
Oh, hit Mrs. Flu's.
That's right.
comment.
Get off my lawn, or someone. Yeah.
Shit. Look, for those of us who have seen some of these leaks, do you have any doubt about their authenticity?
Does it look
Yeah,
as
only
woke
leaks
as
I'm worried
what the
about my
reports
bladder.
were about it?
No, it doesn't. Because based on
It
the
looks
script
good.
club, thank you. Go ahead, Cassie. Talk about the game for a second.
So a lot of people like me were concerned with some of the leaked information, like in regards to how the developers feel about, political correctness and all of that. But from what I've seen, and this is footage that apparently was from 2019, the game looks good. It looks fun. It looks GTA. I mean, there's a video of the characters, the main protagonist holding up a strip club. Holding up a clucking bell, excuse me, and then walking through a strip club. It's all as you would expect GTA to be, at least from what we've seen thus far. Now, if people that have come in, yeah, exactly. And what's crazy, and I was saying this, is that this old ass build of GTA 6 looks better than the new Saints Row game that came out. So it'd be interesting to see if this game does come out within the next 10 years at this point, what it's actually going to look like. This actually made me a little more confident given what we've seen. And it's sad that the game clearly looks like it is of quality and this hacker is doing what they're doing. And I mean, at the end of the day, it is, the company's fault for not being up to date and fighting off any potential hacks, leaks, all that stuff. But they are fighting on constant defense, so.
Do you think that by leaking this code, it will improve the other gamers' code by looking at it? Because most of the code at this point, you're just stealing.
Yeah, I mean, it could help the games industry. I mean, at the end of the day, as far as I'm concerned, I think they're a bunch of cheaters for doing it, but it could potentially, make other video games better that we're probably going to be mid or trash.
Yeah, there's going to be some kid that's in his basement for the next 2 years that's going to come out with a phenomenal game based purely and simply on he was able to get his hands on this code.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I understand why somebody would do it to get that upper hand. But I'm going to say this, and just to add what Cassie was saying, the game looks good. I mean, and if GTA 5 kind of forced you into playing a particular character for a particular period of time or for particular missions. But if I'm not forced to play one of the characters, for message reasons, I don't think it's going to bother me that much because
there's no counter on the stream. You don't have to do that.
But when it's true, when I see it, right, when I see what was released today, like the jewelry store robbery, I was good with that, right? I got to see moments in the story that made sense, and an escape from that. And I felt good about it for a moment. You know what?
I hope it's good, but 2019, if the leaks are from the 2019 build,
2020 build, 2020 build,
that was a world ago from where we're at now.
Why? What happened?
Look, all I know is this, Brahma. There is no. First of all, you're looking at voice acting from 2016, 2017.
Sure. Hey, they could be dead by now. You don't know.
Well, no, but that's a possibility. But what I believe that could be happening is that you could end up with a very quality game with good dialogue, because if they just couldn't do anything beyond what was already voice acted, I think we're in good shape. See, and that's one of the things that actually kills She-Hulk is they shoot like 27 different versions of something, and then you get like whatever they cobble together.
This
in
is
a
the
video
best
game,
of what they can give us.
but in a video game, it's less likely to happen because it's a scripted thing. You were as a voice actor, you're having a script and a performance style to associate with whatever line you're doing.
Yeah.
That's a completely different, that's a completely different thing.
All I know is about a month ago they were talking about GTA 6 online, and it looked pretty woke. So I'm wondering how much of 2019, 2020 build.
Well, it's more
That's
so
what I'm
the
saying.
leaks stem from what the developers that are working on it, how some of them feel, and the general changes within Rockstar themselves. How that translates to the game, it's one of those things where we do have to wait and see. I don't like to just jump to the conclusion of, it's woke. I try not to even throw that word out there, but judging from how they feel, inside within Rockstar, it is cause for concern that they want to abide by political correctness. And if anybody knows GTA, it's the opposite.
The whole point of the game is to not be politically correct.
But it's not. That's where you both are right, because that's not where this game's coming from, right? The political correctness is coming from Take-Two, right? It's not coming from Rockstar. Rockstar has never been politically correct. And again, the Hauser brothers split out. The other Hauser brother is doing another game company. I'm not going to say there was a falling out. I'm just saying a difference of opinion, whatever it is. So
I'm reserving judgment. I just
exactly same,
because this leak is from kind of the pre-woke time. I'm worried if it's been changed since then, and this stuff doesn't matter at all because it's not what's going to get into the game.
We'll see, because I'm just going to tell you, the strip club part was the thing that it kind of changed my mind. Yeah. So it's like
I have yet to see the leaks.
So. Yeah, you probably it's worth it.
Okay.
Jeremy Mendoza says in industrial espionage, but radioactive says something that this is actually a conclusion I arrived at that I couldn't include. By the way, in a short you get 1 minute, right? I take advantage of that 1 minute. I record way more, and then I chop the hell out of it to get it.
I
into
still
that
get 50 seconds worth of power nap out of it.
And I actually had this question. I'm like, so how could you be sure this wasn't a deliberate leak to generate buzz for the game akin to what we see in the movie industry? I actually speculated that in the video. I just couldn't include it in the short. And honestly, it very well could have been. It could have been the thing that they needed before they launch a trailer, because a lot of footage we saw today could be polished and put in a trailer.
Okay.
I personally don't think so, because it's Rockstar of all, like when they drop a trailer, the entire gaming community is going to stop everything. Like, all the content creators are going to be talking about this GTA trailer when it does come out. Everyone on gaming Twitter is going to be talking about it. That is basically anything else that comes out like, or is going to be discussed during that particular like period in which GTA 6 gets officially announced, all that shit is just going to get ignored entirely. And it with GTA, like that is the one franchise that truly transcends gaming. Like I literally told my dad about this news because my dad doesn't play video games at all, but he knows GTA. Like he's bought
Everybody
me plenty
does.
of
Who
them.
doesn't?
He's
Right.
heard friends at his job talk about it. Like I can have this discussion with my dad who's never played video games in his life, and we could have a conversation.
And that's the same in my family, especially from members of my family that don't play games. There are plenty of people that have watched me play GTA 5 that are like, "That's amazing! It looks like a movie."
Yeah,
I'm
but
like,
the gameplay isn't what made it popular. It's the controversy. So I can see where
Oh, definitely.
GTA
them automatically doing the leak could be in the company's bloodline. I mean, Grand
They
Theft
did it in
Auto,
Australia. GTA 5 wasn't selling, and then
Yeah.
it got banned in Target, and it got banned
And
in
then
another store, and
boom.
then all of a sudden it was sold out for the next 5 years.
Yeah, as soon as you tell somebody they can't have it,
Oh no,
then they
GTA
want
5
it.
was always selling though. It was
Yeah,
always
and-
selling.
and-
It's
and
just
that's-
that government got involved, sort of deal.
and here we go.
That's not what
because
Grant
that's-
said. Grant said it wasn't selling in Australia.
Well, it's been selling it globally, and so look.
Yeah, but that's not. So GTA 5 is not what people. And it's the controversy stuff from the original GTA, and the assaults, and things and stuff that were happening in that, and the stuff that you can do that led to a news cycle that put that stuff out in a 24-hour news cycle that made GTA the global phenomenon that it is. It wasn't because of the game itself. It was because of the controversy and stuff in it. And I think that if that's in your bloodline as a company, it's very possible that you could throw this leak out there just trying to throw up controversy to generate sales.
Maybe.
I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be true. It could be total incompetence and all kinds of stuff from there, too.
I have
And-
more reason to believe incompetency. 'cause
Incompetence in that, right.
If anything, modern day proves anything, there are a lot of incompetent people in every form of anything these days.
Well, and you never know. If the leaks were to tell me that George Floyd would be in the game and would win,
Oh!
then, all right.
Rough statement there. Look, I know
Yeah,
this.
I wouldn't hold your breath on that one.
Yeah.
Oh, you think it's going to happen?
Whoa.
Understand that the last time a GTA game was released was 2013, 9 years ago. It has sold a record-breaking 170 million copies. The minimum price for this game that I've ever seen is $29.99. Outside of when it was offered for free as part of a PlayStation Plus package, or outside of an Xbox Game Pass thing where it was available for a month.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine how much more money it made through shark cards, man. Oh my god.
And that's where all the money came from. I mean, let's be honest. This is the most financially beneficial game in the history of any video game ever. This is one of those games that makes the video game industry what is it? It's 16 times more financially successful than Hollywood.
Wow.
Yep.
That is crazy.
It is in and years out, the video game market owns everything. And it has for a very long period of time. And so when I look at that and I go, this leak was so monumental, I've never seen anything like it. And that's not hyperbole. This is like literally showing your hand in a high-end poker game where you show your opponent you're holding aces, before any of the other cards are flipped in Texas Hold'em. You are showing them, I have 2 aces. You want to play this hand or no?
Aces get cracked, though.
Constantly. By idiots
They
holding
do.
7-2 because they were on a runner. Morons.
Yeah, actually, it's a little bigger than this. 34 billion market cap. It's a little larger than that. And the other problem is there's a lot of I'm trying to look for the right term. Unpresented income that comes from games. and because we don't account for pass through. There's a lot there. It's kind of like Hollywood. There's a lot of pass through costs and stuff that don't get put on books. So yeah, it's bigger than what it shows in plain numbers.
Go on. It's bigger than. Go on. It's bigger than.
Is it bigger than Drew? Is it?
No, nothing's bigger than Drew.
Nothing's bigger than a kaiju.
Yeah, that's true. You can't get bigger than a kaiju.
You don't get bigger than Drew.
All right. Well, we are dancing around controversy tonight. Can we do something more?
I thought this was to show you let your hair down.
I do. Hey, my hair is down, baby.
What's wrong with what I said? I think they would make a mint if they put that in the game.
Kaiju?
No.
St. Floyd.
My hair? Yeah.
The Jorge Floyd part.
No. They ain't gonna do it.
Yeah. Come on.
Look,
a section of the game where he comes out with a 2x4 or a baseball bat and destroys all the cops in the game. I think that would be awesome.
Okay, so I'm going to show you a meme, and you tell me what you think. This is going to get me busted. Going to be a good time. Here we go. Boom. This is from Parrot Head.
Ah, yes.
Yikes.
This stays
I
so
like
well.
that. That's right outside Obama's house. He was so inviting for those people.
Yeah.
It was so nice when they were all there to clap and wave as the military took them away. I thought that was a wonderful show of compassion.
Yes, all 50 of them that just absolutely destroyed a place that is a seasonal place that has hundreds of thousands of beds available.
Oh yeah, they have hotels there. They could have put them in. Think of all the B&Bs.
Oh,
and
they all
stuff
have
that
things on their lawns that says
they have a housing crisis.
All the leftist BS. Everybody's welcome, but then when they're at your front door, they're not letting them into their
Too many people come across that border.
We lost Grant. Grant's probably off to edit one of my videos.
No. He said he had to go.
Yeah, Anthony Manzano. That's a great picture, dude, of the puppy. I love that. CC, do you think that the increasing popularity of internet poker and internet casinos, you're going to see less people start going to an actual casino? Yes.
I think it's already happened.
I don't trust internet casinos. It's an algorithm that's being written. When I go to a casino and I see like the craps game that has the rounded dice that you sit around.
That's a cheat. That's a cheat.
Absolutely wrong. And the blackjack dealers that are all, video
blackjack dealers that we saw at that one
not
casino.
Doing that.
Yeah. What the hell's up with that?
No, there's little enough advantage for the player. I mean, you have to know what you're doing to win anything in Vegas.
Yeah,
None of the games are in the player's favor. Mm-hmm. Internet, I'm not doing that crap. I will play maybe poker online occasionally, but I still have seen more straight flushes in online poker playing free than I've ever seen in real life, and do not trust it.
Or hey, you can hear me out. You can buy shark cards for GTA 5 and go into their casino that they have in the game.
I just know that since the advent of online poker, I've seen fewer people at the poker parties that I've gone to.
Yeah, and I've seen a lot of people lose everything they had from online poker because they think they can play based on home games, and then they get absolutely destroyed on online poker, even when they have the hand.
Well, how do you even play that online unless you're on video? I mean, 99% of the game is the being there and being observant. It's not on. It's not online playing. It's not poker at that point.
It's math. It becomes math online. No, it becomes math online.
It's the probability of your hand being able to be a better hand, and you only play.
Then you play the percentages.
Very specific hands,
and whoever has the best probability analysis on their side wins.
Yeah, the best odds in any casino is the 6 and 8 play on the come line and craps. That's it.
Yeah. No, not on the come line, just playing the 6 and 8.
Well, play the 6 and 8.
Cum line's a separate bet.
You know
the
what?
cum line after the initial roll, if you don't have a 6 and 8, is usually your best odds to lose.
You guys, you know what? Show up with me. Show up with me at a craps table next time we go to Vegas. I will teach you how to play craps outside of the odds that will make you more money.
Why
than
did you assume I didn't know how to play
outside
craps?
of what you're doing?
I played craps for 20 years.
Huh?
But the thing is, with the online poker culture, you're saying that, you know, the probability is what people are going off of.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is, I have seen so many drawouts on online games that it's not even the probability. They force action because the house takes a bit of every pot. They force action, and you see more straights, flushes, full houses, and even straight flushes than you would ever see on a table. Yes, you're playing the hands faster, but at the same time, the algorithm is forcing action, which means it's giving cards.
They can change the odd of. So the one thing that they can do inside of the application itself is they can change the card that's going to come out of the deck based on what's in somebody else's hand, right? And because it's not open source, you can't see it. And if you look at the end user license agreements that you sign before you get on with that poker stuff, they're allowed to do that to you.
Yeah. Oh no, it's 100%. It's 100%. Look,
it's crooked.
I don't trust online any gambling.
Well, and that's fine. I just know that it does influence a lot of people's decision making. It did change the number of people that actually went to casinos to do cards, and a lot of people have won and lost money there that probably had no business doing either. But beyond that, I have one last thing I want to cover, because this is something that I was going to cover in a video. I couldn't figure out an angle.
You truly want to gamble? Hey,
no,
Mrs. Flu, go make me a sandwich. That's the only one of you guys gamble like that.
Meat facial coming.
Wait. Mrs. Flu, I want to remind you, you are a mod on this channel.
She's in the room.
Oh, you're a mod.
She's already yelling.
She's already in the. She's already in the. Ow! Ow!
One more quick story, Culture. Okay. So I did have a friend who was playing online.
You
craps.
did? You had a friend? When? How long ago?
What was its name?
Yeah.
Was it a dog?
Yeah.
So he was playing online craps.
He's
and
like, what's happening now?
for 2 weeks, there was a glitch in the online craps where if a 2 rolled, it would automatically roll a 2 on the next hand. And the odds of snake eyes coming up, if you're making the bet, is 30-1. So if you saw a 2 roll, you automatically put all in, and the 2 would roll on the next turn. It got fixed like 2 weeks later, but they made a freaking killing for 2 weeks. It took like 3 days to notice it, but they did notice it, and then boom,
right?
You know,
well, I mean,
automatically
Vegas,
$800,000 or something like that.
They have the automated balancing. That whole thing in like Oceans, was it Oceans 11, the first one, where they had the gaming computer checking a look at what was going on, or was it it was the third one?
The third
where
one,
they had the gaming computer that was doing everything, all this stuff from there. They have that now. So if you're sitting there, a bunch of people, you got somebody wins a bit over here and somebody wins a bit over there, they turn the odds down at other machines. They've had the ability to turn the odds down for a long time.
The only place they can't do that is at the craps table or immediately at a blackjack table.
Which is why they're trying to get blackjack and the craps to be an electronic thing, because they can do whatever they want to with electronics.
Nobody plays them.
Oh, I saw people at them.
I know, but it's not with the numbers that they need to overcome the table.
Well, no, but what I saw in Vegas was also, they weren't making any money off of the casinos anymore anyway, because corporations went into Vegas and took it out of the hands of the mafia and destroyed Vegas.
Yep.
Yeah, that's just me.
Yeah.
What was that last thing you wanted to talk about, Colton?
I'm going to get there if you let me.
Are you going to invite me on again? Do I have to do this again?
It's fine. I look and look. I like having a conversation about all of these things. Right? Oh, Nick's back. Nick's eating. Nick's
eating this delicious popcorn.
Nick's trying to soak up the whiskey.
Dude, he needs to.
And Cassie knows everything in the world about these games. Oh my god!
I know.
It's good. It's good to listen to talk about. It's good.
And it's not like I'm surprised or anything like that, but it's when you're next to Da Vinci, and you're looking at the art, you just are in awe, and that's where I am.
She
right
has
now.
a great. Do you see her background? Do you see her background? I love her background.
Blow it up because I can't actually see the. Is it just?
Can you
games?
not see her? Oh wait, hang on.
I can see the background.
That's Cassie, dude. Check that out, man.
That's nice.
I see all the statuettes, and I see.
Dude,
So you're
what
probably
looks like a
into
lot of
anime,
games.
I'm guessing.
Inuyasha there.
Oh,
just
it
a
could-
little
Little
bit.
bit.
I'm just
Cowboy
glad
Bebop.
Cassie gets physical media.
Comics is making me watch Psychopaths. So
That's
like
good.
that's
I like
really
I like
interesting.
that.
Yeah.
The
So,
first one
okay.
is really kind of.
I gotta ask Cassie. Cassie, Inuyasha or Cowboy Bebop?
I mean, I prefer a show that does start and finish when it's supposed to. So naturally, I'll go with Cowboy Bebop. But if you're into the the monster fight of the week, Inuyasha is always fun.
There you go. And that's a lot of fun. Inuyasha's great. Yeah, but no, I am a Cowboy Bebop guy, hardcore.
Yeah.
It's always have been, and that's
Amazing. Yeah.
I know, and like
Star
in
Blazers. That's how old I am.
I don't want to screw you up, Culture, but how far
do.
did you get in Edge Runners today?
Shut up! Don't want to talk about it.
Did you get out of the front room?
You know what? No,
I'm just wondering.
it's a show.
Gary didn't.
I
I'm
just
not
want to know
Gary.
what episode you're on because you were going
One.
to watch it today.
One,
Of what show?
dude.
What
I
was
had
it? Is
no
there a
time.
cyberpunk show that's
I had
out that
to
I need
pick
to
up-
watch?
I had to pick up family at the airport because they flew in from Heathrow today. My schedule got destroyed.com. Okay.
I feel bad for you because
Family
I got
from
to
Heathrow.
episode 7 after your show and I loved it.
Okay.
I'm not giving you any spoilers.
Do you know
I wanted to know where
Culture,
you got.
you should do an unfrozen caveman
Give him
lawyer show.
tips, Brahma.
Okay,
Give him
what
your
are,
tips.
what are we going to next, Culture?
Okay, last thing I want to talk about it, and do keep hitting the wait. That's not what I wanted. You keep hitting the like button.
Look, we started talking about and doing this banner comedic stuff back and forth and talking about how great Cassie is, and you've gone up from 82 to 95 people watching.
Cassie's great, and she's got a cool background.
You put her, you just you put her out there, and everybody was looking at her background and all that stuff, and you're like, thank God the old farts are off the screen. That's what we got.
Well, you know what? I don't blame them, to be honest with you. But let's
That's
do
right.
this. This is hey Cassie. Do you know who this is? I'm going to put this on the screen because I'm not going to put a title on it. You know who this is?
A pedophile.
Easy now.
Oh,
Probably
sorry.
why I don't know.
Yeah, this is Woody
I know
Allen.
it's not. I know it's not Epstein.
No, he's dead. But no, this is Woody Allen. He's announcing his retirement. He's not going to make films anymore. He's going to write things. He's going to write books and stuff.
should be
There's
in
a lot of
jail.
people think he made good films.
Good films should be in jail.
There were some early great films he did. I liked Sleeper.
Mhm.
Yeah. And a few others that he did early on. But yeah, he announced that his retirement from filmmaking is going to be his 50th film.
Wow.
Yeah.
50th film.
Yeah. Match Point. It's going to be the exciting, dramatic, and also very sinister. Well, that describes this dude's entire life if you believe what has been said about him. He's done a lot of different international films. I wonder why.
What is the age of the leading actress in this movie?
You know what? I don't want to venture into that. But what I
Was
want
it
to
made
venture
in Taiwan?
No,
I wanna-
France.
No, it's
said.
let's see. Where is it at?
France.
Spain. No, it's published in Spain. Excuse me. Let's do this. Let's look at why this man's so controversial. You ready for this?
I forget
This
they
is where
was.
we find out exactly how much YouTube hates me. You ready?
Yeah.
Ready?
You need a strike. You're not really
Set.
a YouTuber till you've had a strike.
I already had one. Let's
go.
Let's see. Woo! God, can I take another 7 days of not doing anything? Here we go. So 10 undeniable facts about Woody Allen and the bad behavior allegation. See, I changed it so I don't get in the most trouble ever.
It's kind of fun.
I hate doing this. For decades, Dylan Farrow's claims of badness at the hands of her adopted father, which he refutes, have been systemically distorted. or systematically, excuse me. The author of 2 heavily vetted investigative reports weighs in with the cold hard facts. Okay. So this is from a different perspective. This is from Vanity Fair going back into 2014.
Oh,
So,
they are an excellent source of news.
you know that's not true, but that's fun. This week,
Can we make it any bigger?
No, unfortunately, because I clipped this. And,
Okay.
And
Boy,
it's
Julie
because
Andrews looks bad.
Yeah,
All right. No problem.
It's because it's behind a paywall.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah. This week, a number of commentators have published articles containing incorrect and irresponsible claims regarding the allegation of Woody Allen's having blah, 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 his adopted daughter, Dylan Farrow. As the author of 2 lengthy, heavily researched and thoroughly fact-checked. See, this is the problem, right? Thoroughly fact-checked. I no longer care about what fact-checks means because I don't believe you.
Yeah, it's like 12 people who just make up their own little stories and say, hey, this is partially true when we all know it's true, or this is partially false when we all know it's
Did you know Snopes was created by 2 people who eventually got divorced because the husband ran off with a hooker, and then the hooker and the husband and the ex-wife are running Snopes still? And that's one of the main fact-checkers, right? Isn't that what's going on?
That, and you also remember this, that Woody Allen rolled off with one of his adopted daughters. We're not going to get into any of that. We'll do that later. But anyway, yeah.
Isn't that the article?
What now?
Isn't that the article?
Well, it maybe. We'll see.
Okay.
But anyway, so in 92, Dylan was 7 when the first allegation popped out. A 7-year-old. 7-year-old said, "Dad's doing bad stuff.com."
Yep.
The second was last fall when she was 28. So I feel obliged to set the record straight. As such, I have compiled the following list of undeniable facts. Mia Farrow never went to the police about the allegation of bad behavior. Her lawyer told her on August 5, 1992, to take the 7-year-old Dylan to a pediatrician who was bound by law to report the bad behavior to law enforcement, and did so on August 6th. 2. Allen had been in therapy for alleged inappropriate behavior towards Dylan with a child psychologist before the bad behavior allegation was presented to authorities or made public. Mia Farrow had instructed her babysitters that Allen was never to be left alone with Dylan. You guys following me here? 3. Allen refused to take a polygraph administered by the Connecticut State Police. Instead, he took one from someone hired by his legal team. The Connecticut State Police refused to accept the test as evidence. The state attorney, Frank Mako, says that Mia was never asked to take a lie detector test during the investigation. Of course not.
Right.
4. Allen subsequently lost 4 exhaustive court battles, a lawsuit, a disciplinary charge against the prosecutor, and 2 appeals, and was made to pay more than $1 million in Mia's legal fees.
Well, we're past 3, so that's a pattern.
Yeah, we'll keep going. 5. In his 33-page decision, Judge Wilk found that Mr. Allen's behavior toward Dylan was grossly inappropriate and that measures must be taken to protect her. Yeah, you follow me so far?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Cassie looks a bit disgusted.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Cassie. I apologize. Sometimes we do hard-hitting stuff. It's not often, but we're doing it here.
It's fun.
6.
I totally get it, man. It's good to talk about this because it gets swept under the rug.
It does, and it's been for a long time in Hollywood. It really has. Dylan's claim of abuse, this is number 6, was consistent with the testimony of 3 adults who were present that day. Yeah.
Epstein didn't kill himself. Isn't just a meme.
Epstein did not kill himself. You know what's funny? Because I'll have people who will say, "Oh, do you believe conspiracy?" I'm like, "Well, do you believe Epstein killed himself?" Well, no. Well, okay. Even if you genuinely mean that, you just prove that you're conspiratorial. We'll say, or you're conspiratorial, or you're conspiratorializing. Either way, that guy just totally made it backfire. I'm like, okay, I'm going to test him. I'm going to buy an extra can of Rockstar Wood Meat to go just to see if he messes this one up. And he did. He fumbled.
So covering this could get me in trouble, guys. I just want to reiterate that. So you may not see me for a week. We're going to keep going.
Well, then stop. If you're that scared of it,
I don't.
Then
You
stop.
know me.
We can go to Odyssey. We can do something like that. We're not here to get you cut off.
I'm not scared. We're going to keep going.
Okay.
Okay. So number 7, the Yale New Haven Hospital Child Bad Behavior Clinic, finding that Dylan had not been badness, cited repeatedly by Allen's attorneys, was not accepted as a reliable by Judge Wilk or by the Connecticut state prosecutor who originally commissioned them. The state prosecutor, Frank Mako, engaged the Yale New Haven team to determine whether Dylan would be able to perceive facts correctly and be able to repeat her story on the witness stand. The panel consisted of 2 social workers and a pediatrician. That's right. Dr. John Leventhal.
Oh, yeah, and Connecticut is a bastion of legal intelligence and fairness. We've seen that in a certain trial.
No, but here's the thing I want to add, because this was the part. So this is the part that bothered me. No psychologists or psychiatrists were on the panel. The social workers never testified. The hospital team only presented a sworn deposition by one person, Dr. Leventhal, who did not examine the young lady.
Oh my God. Really?
What?
There is so much impropriety here.
None of that. Yeah, none of that would stand up anywhere else. This is a wash job, just like they're doing with Ezra Miller.
And that's why this is important, right? And we'll get, the Ezra Miller thing. We got to do that. You know what? Tom and I were right, by the way.
You guys were right.
I'll set that aside.
Paying everybody off.
That's a video for you and Tom.
And
you guys should tag team that one.
We are going to, by the way. So 8, Alan changed his story about the attic where the alleged bad behavior took place. First, Alan told investigators he'd never been to the attic where the alleged things took place. God, I gotta be careful, guys. After his hair was found on a painting in the attic, he admitted that he might have stuck his head in once or twice. Also not good. 9, the state attorney, Mako, said publicly he did have probable cause to press charges against Allen, but declined due to the fragility of the child.
Yeah, we can't put the victim on the stand. Basically.
Imagine that.
10. I am not a longtime friend of Mia Farrow's, and I did not make any deal with her. And that's from the author. Woo! So this is all the way back in 2014. Yeah. We are now here in 2022. So many years later. This issue has not been resolved. This person ended up with one of his adopted daughters. Am I wrong there?
No, you're right. Adopted daughter.
Mm-hmm. Adopted daughter.
And yeah, this is not good. And we've been looking at this man for a long time and all of his creations. He is the equivalent, in my opinion, of a person that has not been in this country for a while. His last name is Polanski. Yes. And he has never been held to account. And he is not alone.
And he's hiding in another country to not be held to account.
That's also true. But he did not adopt her, says Mrs. Flew. Okay, all right, thank you. It was just Miss Farrow.
Stepchild.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about that part of it all, but yeah.
But
he's a horrible
we can't talk about is Hollywood giving certain people standing ovations, for lifetime achievement awards and whatnot. when these are the things that are in their past.
Well, it's really hard for people like me to like put our arms around humans that do this stuff. It enrages me. I cover this stuff for a reason. This stuff pisses me off. And that's putting it as mildly as I can.
They praise the worst of us.
Yep.
They do. And it's done in the media in a way that I find offensive. You know,
it's all about money, right? It is 100% about money and power, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sure that the people at Rockstar Games that have all this money and all that stuff, there's a whole bunch of horrible stuff that's being looked over for all those people that are involved with making that kind of money.
Yeah.
Power corrupts. Ultimate power corrupts ultimately. Same thing with money.
Yeah.
You're not really a human with the humility that you need to be if you don't go through some kind of suffering. And if you can't, you always get what you want. I mean, Woody Allen, for a long time, people have been telling him how great of a filmmaker is. Okay, I've seen one or two of his films I thought were okay. The rest of them were crap. And it's just, it's that episode of South Park where the people in San Francisco kept smelling their own farts, thinking that they were great. It's that same circle of BS. Everybody telling her fine, telling her fine, telling her fine. And how many people told, what's his name, the guy that was begins with a W. And the Hollywood guy that was so powerful.
Did he own a movie studio?
Yeah, the guy that owned a movie studio, Weinstein.
Was his last name
Weinstein and everything he did and all that stuff.
The guy that's
right?
begging to get out of jail right now.
Yeah, and how many people lined up to say, oh, how great he was? Meryl Streep. All right, everybody thinks, oh, Meryl Streep, she's so great and all that stuff. No, she's not.
Olivia
she's
Wilde
a POS
with all the
just like the rest of them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Olivia Wilde is in a firestorm right now, and she was directly aligned with him.
And she's crazy.
Yes, she is.
She put herself in that firestorm. See, I've been covering her for a while, and she is banana.
She's not right in the head. No. And that's, most of these people, they just aren't right in the head. There are certain things you just don't do. And if you're doing this stuff and you're hiding these things and you keep people because of the power that they have, oh, I might lose my job, all that stuff from there. Sorry, you're evil.
Yeah.
Okay. That is pure evil and stuff from there. We got people that want to go out and they want to have a good time and they want to have this escapism, and you keep putting all this crap in there telling us, oh, we're bad, we're evil, we're Nazis and all this other stuff. Yep. I'm sorry, look in the damn mirror and shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I'm honestly just tired of hearing these people constantly try to bash regular people for having their opinions. It's like at this point, I think most of Hollywood is guilty until proven innocent. Either you've done something or you know someone that has, and you just let it skate by because, well, it benefits you socially and in terms of your work.
Most of the time, you are not going to be wrong, and that's the thing. Shame me once, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. What about the 10th, 12th, 13th time? Right.
Yep.
And I don't go watch these people's movies. F them.
Yeah. Well, you're not the only one. I mean, and again, I have often found myself at odds with Hollywood. It's one of the reasons why I always cover things from the position that I do. I don't want to be a part of helping somebody get away with stuff. Right. And I want to address the business side of the equation because not enough people do that. And I want fair treatment for all, and you know how you get fair treatment? Light. You put a bright spotlight on everything so that everybody
that's
knows.
part of the whole Alinsky stuff. Ridicule.
Yeah.
You ridicule people and you yell at them and you scream at them and all that kind of stuff. The thing is, the good people who wouldn't do that, I wouldn't fathom doing any of these things. Right? It doesn't even come into my head. Yeah. All right. So I count that as normal. If you come into this and you think that this is fine and you excuse this stuff and you think, oh, we need to rename it because they have problems, all that stuff, you are the problem. You are not normal. You need psychiatric care and you need to be sectioned away from regular society.
Or or just you need to be identified so that you have to make the actual amends. Behavioral changes are possible, but you have to be
possible, but extremely difficult.
It's
there are
hard.
There are people that want to regard this as a sexual preference.
I know.
No, no, it's just period. You know, brought up the fact that a 7-year-old child is involved. Like that makes my skin crawl. You know, and I came from a family where my parents were overprotective to the point where I kind of resented them for it. Like I legitimately resented them growing up. And it's like now as an adult, I completely understand. I appreciate my parents for doing all the things that they did. I may have missed out on some things, but I don't have to deal with the extreme repercussions of being in the hands of somebody who has, you know, terrible thoughts and just will take actions like this. It's scary, man.
Yeah. Keeping your kids out of making really bad decisions. My parents got real smart when I turned 26 around in there. Yeah. And then they got smarter as I got older.
But you and I have had a lot of life experience. I mean, I got married very young. Me too. My parents got smart
fast. You made a very good decision, by the way.
Oh God, I know. Let's just be honest.
You're a very, very lucky person.
Ooh, I did good. And look, the best thing in the life, the best thing you can do in your life is find the right person. I got lucky.
Oh, find the right person and hold on to them. Don't do stupid shit like I did.
Do not F up. By the way, and this is cool because EJ Liberties is one of the best supporters on YouTube, by the way, on many different channels.
Drinks a lot of beer, apparently.
Well, good for him. Ricky Gervais' Golden Globes host rant was about this and epic. Look, dude just crushed him.
Yeah.
And he did it for a reason.
Yeah, him and Seth MacFarlane. Go look at some of the stuff Seth MacFarlane was saying and all that stuff. He was exposing all this crap.
And you know what? Everybody, they all see it. The people who understand, they see it and they call it out. And we just aren't paying enough attention to the people who are willing to do that and go, this is what
it's unfortunate that most people are sheeple. So when they see something that the Kardashians are doing, or they see something of this star or whatever, and they get up, oh, we're horrible and all that stuff, they're going to follow them. And that's why with awareness comes a responsibility. It's kind of like the blue pill, red pill thing is a very good analogy, because once you've opened your eyes up to these things and you've stopped ignoring it because you're filling your life with other things, it's very hard to put it back. So I'm going to bring up Jay Leno and his wife Mavis.
Yeah.
And I saw an interview with them on Larry King. So this was quite a bit ago, in the middle of his time that he had with The Tonight Show. And it was the first time I'd seen his wife, and they talked about that. Well, she doesn't come out very often. And they were coming out talking to Larry King about the female circumcisions that were going on in Africa and stuff around in there, right? And that's the one thing that she advocates for, raise money, would go over, do that stuff, and do all the political things and stuff from there. Yeah. That's a couple. They're still together. He has his garage. They're still doing this stuff.
Yeah.
That's a couple in that area that were aware of something and had the means to help try and make a difference, and did, and pushed. I may not have agreed with everything that he has said. I may not have thought he was funny all the time, that some of his headlines were just hilarious. But the fact that he rose above all of that crap out there and said, this isn't right, we need to deal with this. He and his wife made a partnership out of that and was pushed, made a lifelong goal to try and get that done. I have respect for them because they were aware and they did that.
Well, that's Ricky Gervais. That's on our platform. That's Russell Brand. Russell Brand is no red-pilled idiot, but he is awakening to the crap that's going on. And he signed a deal with Rumble, I believe, just a few days ago. He's going to be doing a show on Rumble
Viva Fry and Robert Barnes had 30,000 on Rumble tonight.
They were killing it. And you know what? They deserved it. These are guys.
And the stuff they unleashed on Rumble.
Oh, they opened it up.
Because they didn't have the restriction on YouTube was phenomenal. What Robert Barnes knows about all the inside stuff that's going on is amazing.
And we're going to move. This is the thing. I don't care what anybody says. We're going to move the needle. We're going to move towards Rumble. You know, Rumble's going to become the next YouTube because they're willing to open up. I think there are going to be less restrictions on Rumble soon where creators may not have to pay to live stream.
Yeah.
I think that's coming.
But like Russell Brand, I mean, yeah, he's no right-wing conspiracy theorist in any way. He's probably still further left than most of us, but he has his channel on YouTube. He has been exposing things, and I can't believe he hasn't been locked down yet, but he's Russell Brand.
Yeah.
And he's going to go on Rumble where he can talk free. And that's going to be a beautiful thing. And
Russell Brand is very good at making the argument. There's if I can find it, Brahma, I'll shoot you the link of it's a charisma channel where they talk about how people using their skills in an argument and stuff. And it was Russell Brand on with Morning Joe.
Yep.
And they tried to do stuff. And he just destroyed them. And this person breaks it down.
Where they were talking third person at him, and he was just like, I'm right here. Why don't you just speak to me, you dumb sons of bitches?
Yeah.
Right. And the way that he handled himself and the way he put himself out there and the things that he said to them, he's much more intelligent with that communication kind of way than people give him credit for, because he's done some really crazy things.
Well, he's a comedian, but he is a very smart comedian.
Oh, no.
Cypher for me is right.
Okay. Let me even do something further. He is Carlin level of genius. And not
Carlin
only
was
that,
good that way.
Yeah.
He may be.
Okay, so Marshall McLuhan, like him, don't like him, I don't care. The guy wrote a lot of really incredibly important information for somebody like me, how to be media cool. This dude knew what he was talking about, and everybody that I respect on YouTube has a certain level of media cool. Whether or not they know Marshall McLuhan or not, they deliver themselves on this platform and other platforms that they're on in a way that is easily digestible, do not turn off the audience, and they're well informed. The most important thing to be on any of these platforms, beyond being authentic, because that's the most important thing, is being well informed. You have to know what you're talking about. You can't.
So when are you going to start putting those things into place?
Yeah.
He reads the articles. He does the research. That's what's impressive about him.
And he does the thing that I like to do, which is not only go to the article that he's calling from, but getting all the other surrounding reading material.
Right.
You need to go out and get not just the arguments that are in support of you, but the arguments that are against it. So you have an argument to refute, because it will largely inform your opinion going forward. And Sci-Fi TV for me, Sci-Fi for Me TV, Jason over there, says the Fifth Circuit decision is going to have a big impact. You know what? It already has. It may have an impact on the stream we're doing now. And if you don't know what we're referring to, I promise you this will be a point of discussion tomorrow.
Yes, it will.
Yep.
This article right
You
here.
know how culture can promise? Because that. Yep.
It's going to happen.
It's going to come.
It directly affects us. We're going to be talking about it.
Going to be a conversation. We're not going to do it now, but this is something you're going to want to pay attention to tomorrow on Comics Division stream, yelling at parked cars. We're going to be talking loudly about this tomorrow
9
in a
p.m.
way
Central, Odyssey, and YouTube.
Yeah, and I cannot stress this enough. These are important discussions. It's why I like generational support. Cassie's a young person. Brahma's a medium person. I am a very old person. You want a breadth of this stuff
and Nick
out
Weiser's slightly below my medium.
Yeah.
Well, look.
As of
let's
tonight.
be honest. Nick's liver is 17 times older than his body.
I'd trade Nick's liver for mine any day of the week.
And you know what, Cass? Don't take the young comment and all that stuff from culture. I wouldn't take that. You know what? You are. What I've noticed tonight and the times that you've been on, you are extremely informed. You do not talk about what you do not have an understanding of. And your decisions are based in, and your positions are based in fact. All right. That
Thank you. Appreciate that.
right. You all right. What makes you look young is the hat turned around backwards, because when I do that, I instantly look like I'm 55 as opposed to 70. It just, I don't know what it is. Just 20 years melt away when I turn it around. So it's people like you being on the internet actually white pill me to a big extent, because I'm very concerned about the world that my older children, some in the same age group as you are, and the same things that you're saying that you're doing. You're not saying things without having some basis of knowledge, of understanding, putting some thought into it, things like that I'm hearing from my youngest as he's thinking about things and doing things from there. And it's kind of like when I'm talking about not being sheeple and being aware. Once somebody shows you the critical thinking path, hey, look at this from both sides and make your own decision about that. You talking about your parents and the way they may have sheltered you. I think it was more keeping you from being in a position where you lost control. And then you can see others who lose control. Go from there. I'm encouraged to see that happening, because you're like, what the hell is this? Why are they doing this shit? Yeah. And from there. So I just
yes,
maybe
with all of our
you're
generation,
not young.
it's nice to see the younger generation pulling it into.
Most people cannot guess my age. So.
You're probably like 38, or something like that. No! I was born in 1954. What are you talking about? But again, I'm very encouraged by the people that I'm seeing, and a younger bent coming on. And
I think what's important though is to go against the narrative, but also to make it cool to do so, because it's like all of punk culture, whatever, they're going with the establishment. And it's it's like, okay, so I guess I never saw myself necessarily as punk, but I'll fill the gap if need be. There's a huge empty spot there, and I'll make it cool going against the narrative if I can. And, once I get uncooled, it is
punk
what it is.
Just means anti, right?
Yeah,
I mean, look at Kids in the Hall. Kids in the Hall was punk comedy.
Dude,
and people hated homosexuals at the time. Well, they were crapping on homosexuals, doing all these things and stuff in the early 90s. And the Kids in the Hall, they just threw it right out there in your face. So Scott Thompson's gay. Big deal.
So, it didn't matter.
Was going on, and they filmed episodes with them kissing each other as a hetero male and all this. They were like, screw you guys. We're talking about people and love and all that kind of stuff. And that's what punk is.
Or
Kids in the Hall.
Size of different awesome. Racial wieners.
Yeah,
Scott Thompson.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing. I mean, I grew up with actual punk rock, so because I'm old, but you're right, Cassie. You're right. I mean, we need that. We need the anti-establishment stuff, and those people abandoned us for the establishment. So I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
I mean, but look,
Rage Against the Machine became Rage for the Machine.
Yeah, I know. God, don't get me started.
So what kind of music do you listen to, Cassie? Because that's going to be the new punk.
We'd have to go back to stuff like Motown, ABBA,
There you go.
All sorts of I'm very old school. That's why I get along with older people so much.
I saw Smokey Robinson live in Vegas.
Dude, let me tell you, like the minute
his voice, my God, that was back 2000.
When Smokey sings, baby. When
his entire set, he sang for 4 hours.
I saw Diana Ross in Radio City like in 2016.
Yeah,
I'll give her credit. She is the type of person, she's been famous for a very long time, but still takes it very seriously, on time, gets dressed in like 5 different gowns, and gives you the Supremes and her hits. That's awesome.
That's an entertainer. An entertainer. Yeah, Smokey Robinson and all that stuff. Yeah, and I just hope I get to see Stevie Wonder before he stops.
Baby, yeah. Look, and we don't have again. I don't want to go into that, but what I want to do is give the Cliff Notes version of the story we have up on the screen, because I've been asked to do it. I promise you're gonna want to watch it tomorrow night. This is a complete change in how social media is governed. because the Fifth Circuit has demanded that this go to an actual court instead of being set aside when it comes to you being censored. This goes
the
back.
Texas law has been upheld.
It has.
So the Texas law basically says that YouTube and other platforms cannot deplatform people for anything outside of except for things that are illegal, which is what Section 230 basically is.
Unless they want to be a publisher. Or
unless they want to be a publisher, which then opens them up to being sued.
Yes.
Right. So this is probably going to go up to the Supreme Court. Kavanaugh, once again, is not the conservative you all think he is. And he's going to be the swing vote on whether or not this happens. Kavanaugh is very much a bourgeois person that wants to be liked by the people in the know. He's a frat boy. And boy, was that a bad decision.
We will see.
Sorry.
We will see what happens there. But likely, until that happens, all of these social media platforms are going to be walking on eggshells
from this point forward. So it's not retroactive. So anybody they kicked off and the stuff they've done, like depersoning Alex Jones, and no matter what you think about Alex Jones and what he says and he's crazy or not, you shouldn't do that to a person. And what you do to that person is you ignore them.
It would be great if this decision came down from the higher court before the election so that we can all talk freely or know that we're not allowed to do anything.
Well, all the YouTube censoring, all the Twitter censoring, all that stuff, they'd be in deep shit.
Which is why I was a little more permissive tonight than I normally am because of that.
Well, I mean, so the hedge to that.
Yeah.
All right. You should be running if you're making money or you want to build these platforms and stuff, you should be running it like you're prepping for an emergency.
Yep.
Right. So if you're at home and you don't have a month's worth of water and you don't have a month's worth of food and you don't have some solar or you've got a generator that's multi-fuel or things like that in a case of an emergency. And I'm not talking about shit hitting the fan or some kind of, electromagnetic pulse. I'm talking about what happens all the time. Hurricanes, tornadoes, storms, riots, that kind of stuff.
Blizzards with the whole grid shutting down in a
Exactly.
state.
Yeah,
all that stuff. Yeah. Same thing with your channel. You should have multiple places to go.
I do.
And Alexa just went off.
Oh, yeah.
At least one alternative. At least one.
You said something.
Oh, dude. I'm on Odyssey, right? I'm on Rumble. I'm in a lot of different other places. I'm gonna do Subscribe Star, even though I don't get it, but that's fine. I'm gonna go other places because alt tech is important. My buddy Jeremy over at the Quartering says so. So I'm gonna pay attention to that.
We've seen where we can speak freely on.
Oh yeah, we were digging it on Odyssey, man. We were rocking out with our socks out. That's all.
Brandon fucking Morse,
dude. Brandon's
awesome,
beast. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Brandon is a guy you're gonna see more often over on Comics to Stream if we can make it happen. Because
Brandon, they shut down the Red State Media live stream on Monday, Wednesday, Friday,
right?
Because there just wasn't the funding for it. So Brandon he's still writing articles. Red State's still there.
Wow.
But we want to see a lot more of him because that was a great stream, and Brandon is a great guy with a great mind.
Oh
yeah, he is.
Outside of all those bodies he has in his basement, but that's totally that's okay. He's all right from there.
I mean, it happens.
My goal is to get all of the voices out on the platform to everybody that's out there. And
10K to the point. 10K to the point.
Oh, you know what? If I actually get to 10K, it's quite possible I might take my shirt off on a stream for a few minutes.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Not that you want to see that, but it could happen. By the way, I've been doing push-ups.
Getting those boobs tight, huh?
Hey, look, I gotta rock the solid breasticles. Speaking of rocking the solid breasticles, we are gonna wrap on this. We got our buddy Nick Weiser, the birthday
awake,
boy.
Nick?
Oh yes, I'm awake.
From
I'm
Illinois.
awake
What's
now.
going on, brother? Tell me what's going on. What are you doing, and why are you leaving us right now?
One, I gotta get rest because I've been at it since some time ago. But Culture, thank you for having me. Nice to kick back and relax and listen to this very engaging conversation. Cassie and Valiant Renegade were excellent to listen to and have on here. Shout out to the chat, moderators, everyone who's just got crazy comments to say. We appreciate you all coming out here, taking your time to hang out with us and listen to us and surviving us. That is freaking awesome. I have a channel, 32 Flavors of Nick Weiser. Thank you, Six, for posting the link in the comments. I have Toxic Tuesday. I'll be talking Spinal Tap this week. I've got a few videos out this week. Won't be on unboxing. The will be, well, I won't say. You'll just have to find out. And, of course, you can find me at Midnight's Edge After Dark. And, of course, on Yelling at Park Cars tomorrow night with Comics of Vision. And my comic shop show on Friday night. So, yeah, all things coming up Millhouse for Nick Weiser. And the birthday stream earlier today was kick-ass. Thanks to gentlemen like Culture, Tox, Brahma, and many, many more. So thank you for having me, sir.
You know what, Nick? See also the huges? You got like 1 billion huge in the chat.
I know,
right?
I love it.
What's
it's
a
great.
yug?
A huge.
Huge. Yeah, let's do one last huge in the chat. Huge.
Hayug, it's Norwegian for pizza.
I can't wait to hang out in Orlando, dude. It's gonna be huge. Just saying.
Oh, look, look at all the huge.
Yeah. Oh, they're gonna come. Thank you, chat, for coming. We love it when you come. So don't stop. All right.
These are the moments I live for.
Thank you for having me, Culture. I appreciate it, sir. You
Am
all
I supposed
have
to say nuge? Is that it?
No.
Look at those huge.
Fjord? Oh,
Look at all those huges.
Huge.
Look at these people. They're like giving you the most hugest ever.
45 style.
This is amazing.
Yeah,
No,
look,
seriously, guys.
six is like, I'm gonna come.
Wet.
Wow. Woo. 3 times apparently.
Well,
Okay.
there you go, guys.
You know, she's
Jury's
got
out.
huge tracts of land. I love. You guys are amazing. I love it. Look, there's so much huge going on right now. It's insane.
It's almost as if the huge is growing.
Oh
my
yeah,
God,
it
the
is.
huge.
Oh my
So
God, the
Assassin's
huge.
on to something.
Nick's
Yeah.
nuts are getting bigger.
Oh crap! Hey, thank you for the additional subs. Whoever just did, thank you,
Dude. Keep crushing my boy with subs.
I will.
And do check out everybody on the stream. I will get their descriptions in the show eventually. But we have great mods that have been putting their channel links in the chat the entire time. Here you go. The hugening. There you go. Thank you.
The hugening.
Oh, wait a minute. That 70s rock fan says tiny.
He's self-affirming.
Yeah, it's that's contrarian, my friend.
No, he's self-affirming what he's seeing in the microscope right now.
This is definitely adult only stream. Ooh, 16-bit, dude. I love it that you hang out, bro. Appreciate you. All right, let's do this.
You know, in some states, you get arrested for that.
Eric, you were busy tonight, and you're always killing it, bro. Eric K, great friend. Dude,
Best in the business.
Wait, Tom's awake.
I don't know about that.
Tom's here?
Tom's what?
No. Tom's not awake. He didn't join the stream. I sent him like 75 links. There is no love. Only joy. Hey, there's author Stephen Walton. Whoa. Wait, first of all, I love this name. Das Pants Games. Hello, lovely people. Well, hello to you. Dang.
See, I'm from the South. I saw Daz Pants Games.
That's fine.
Daz Pants Games.
I love it. Midnight's Edge. Sounds like I'm still in bed. That's what I thought. Gaber's like, good morning, bro. Good night. We're going to bed.
I gotta go.
Yeah,
It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Gee whiz.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning.
I can't keep up with you youngins.
Look,
No,
I
it's-
want to
it's 12 o'clock.
Speaking of, wait. You gave me a segue. Everybody be quiet. Speaking of youngins, it's Tuesday from Cold Classic Cage.
Yes. I really had fun being here with you guys. It's really cool. The chat is they're popping, man. I really appreciate the chat and the mods as well. They're very nice people overall. It's cool being around people that are genuine. So I appreciate that. And if you want, you can follow me, Cult Classic Cage, on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. YouTube, I talk about whatever I like personally. A lot of it's games, some of it's entertainment. A lot of Halloween stuff. If you're into horror, I love
time.
Yeah, I love talking, especially the Halloween franchise, some of the older films. I'm waiting to see what's up with this new one. I'm trying to be fair, but I have sneaking suspicion it's not going to be very good.
Cassie, can we see the rest of the shirt? Because I'm doing.
I'm doing
great.
Okay.
Right. I love the positivity.
All right.
Yes. And YouTube, that's content I like to talk about. This coming Thursday, I have this thing called the Too Real for Feels podcast, where we talk about all sorts of entertainment that we are interested in. It's like a lot like the podcast, the kind of thing is like my longtime buddies that I've been gaming with. So it kind of feels like come hang out with the boys sort of deal, which is cool. And Twitch, I play video games, and Twitter, if you just want to talk shit with me, it's all good. I like to have fun.
Is yours the Twitter with you flipping off the camera? Okay, got it. All right.
That's pretty typical. Yeah. I love that. I may have to retire the middle finger because I feel early onset arthritis, sadly. So
wow.
Switch
hands.
hands.
I'm using it like it's going out of style at this point. So
Flipped off too many people, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
I have a Flip It, which is a hand that goes, it's electronic lights that goes in the back of your car, and one side it's a wave, one button's a wave, and one button's a finger. So yeah,
I like that. I may have to invest. I'm not gonna lie, especially when
I might drop that on your
this
Twitter
finger goes.
All right. Well, I want to acknowledge this person here, Jedi Bill 797. I am a someone. I think you are a someone. Jedi Bill has a channel, and they did croaky last night over there. We have a poll to get to, but we're going to do that after we acknowledge this man who just went off camera. Well, you know what? F that guy. Yeah, we'll do it.
You're doing another poll?
No, I'm going to acknowledge the poll. I'm going to end.
Are you dancing on a poll?
No, I'm not doing that.
That's your next channel.
No, you know what? Nobody wants me to do that.
Culture Casino dancer size.
Nah, look, we've got 100
trying to destroy everything.
Here's the crazy thing. I have 102 votes here that say that their favorite food is pizza. 66%. 66% of 102 votes say favorite food is pizza, and something not as good as pizza was 33% of the vote. Thanks for voting tonight, guys. Toe on a pizza says awesome one. No.
I mean, tacos are pretty high up there, to be fair.
Yeah, but toe on a pizza. A toe.
Tacos?
The Army Hammer.
That's not good.
The Army Hammer. I don't know. Is that a mouche bouche? Because that's like pre-appetizer. You guys know what a mouche bouche? I'm speaking.
Burning bush? What?
Speaking of foreign language.
When did you go biblical?
Wow. I did not.
Nice bush.
Wow. Speaking of bush, wait, no. He doesn't have any. He doesn't have any hair. It's Brahmable. Tell people if you do things and stuff and other things and stuff. Yeah, you're muted or something. Nobody can hear you. Say words.
Sorry.
There we go. All right.
Yeah. I do Comics Division streams on Monday and Thursday, and we're having a great time over there. And I do Mad Stream on Wednesday for the Mad Dump, the Superior Dump, because it includes me. So, yeah. But
go with
Cassie,
confidence.
Yes, Cassie, great to meet you.
Likewise.
I'm glad everybody was on here tonight. We had a great time. Nick, happy birthday. And chat, you guys are fantastic. So it was a great night. Cheers to everybody. Have a great night. Go to sleep.
I honestly feel like I need to bribe people because I there's something about this magical 100 like thing that helps the channel. If you haven't hit the like button, please.
One more. Just do it. I could use 20 subs too. Then we get to 250 and I rope all these bastards in.
Oh, guess who's on the panel and forgot to hit the like button?
Thanks, Dick. Speaking of thanks, Dick, can you promote comics or something? Do a job once.
Happy birthday.
No.
And his huge dick. Oh, okay.
I prefer Anna de Armas doing that.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
We're going.
Thank you for supporting Cassie's channel. Awesome. That's a hero right there, kid.
Stuff there. Comics division tomorrow. We are going to be talking about some really, really big stuff. We've got Margaret's Vineyard, and we've got the Fifth Circuit Court. We're going to be talking about there. A couple other things, and also some reaction of what Obama said about the Martha's Vineyard thing, which was nothing. We'll be starting at 9 o'clock. We're going to go for a little bit, then we'll switch over to Odyssey to where we can be a little bit more free with what we say, and hopefully this Fifth Circuit thing means we'll be able to do it in every social media platform as we go forward. I do have some videos on my channel. I've published 3 of them. They are a record of video record of some Nick Weiser flavors. So we list some of those, and it's about 2 minutes each. And so go ahead and go out there. There's that, and some of them are pretty funny in the chat.
You, sir, are amazing. Speaking of which, Eric K says Brahma Bull loves my meat in his mouth.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. I've seen him do it.
When it's brisket, yes.
That's true.
More meat. Stuff there. Oh, wait, Cassie! It was so great for you to get to meet me on the stream. Thank you for for all the wonderful banter back and forth. So, but you're welcome.
Wow. Interestingly enough, I have a show tomorrow morning. It's called the 6 Minute Daily. I talk for 6 minutes. Actually, it's 11 minutes long, but I talk for 6 minutes about the entertainment news of the day from a business perspective. Well, no, actually, it's just the news of the day, and I give you my ideas around it. And it's entertainment related, but you know what? I'm diving more into news now, and it's weird. But mostly, I just want to say thanks. What happened now?
6. Follow Toxic Manful on Twitter. He will fuck up your notifications when he tags you in something.
Yeah. Every Monday and Thursday, you'll get 1 million notifications. And that's because our show is great.
They get memes and the Legion of Memers and all kinds of stuff.
I'm gonna say things like Jason from Sci-Fi for Me TV will be here next week.
Yay.
And we're gonna have some more people who are informed and fun, like Cassie. And it'll be a good time. We're having a good time on Sundays. That's the whole plan. Wait, not next week.
So
wait,
you want informed?
I'm the uninformed rebel.
No, wait, no. Okay, so the boss is trying to convince me I got to do this every Sunday, but unfortunately, comics does this like member thing, and I don't want to.
Our audiences are different. We have some real idiots telling dick jokes on our member stream.
Okay,
you
well,
actually talk about good stuff.
So I might actually do the stream next week. I don't know. We'll see. Mostly, I just love everybody because that's my default position. Please don't make me hate you.
It's been 10 minutes.
Wow, I really do elegantly smoke, don't I?
And that's translated in the Urban Dictionary to mean gay.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be. Oh my God, the cop.
I wish I had that clip. Yeah, you know what clip I do have? I have this clip.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Fucking stupid.
He's Australian. It doesn't matter.
His Star Wars ship collection is crap.
Wow.
There's no B-wing there. What the heck?
I feel bad. I feel bad for him. But hey, did you guys see my stunt?
Oh.
Have you guys seen me? I did like an actual physical stunt.
Have you seen stunt? I thought you said your stump, in which case I was going to say
on
no.
Floral's channel?
Yeah. You want to see it? It's great. I did a
Let's see
stunt.
your stunt.
It actually hurt. I hurt myself a lot 3 times to make this happen. You ready?
Go for it.
Why, hello there, random citizen.
Oh, hey there, little buddy. How's it going?
Have you subscribed to CultureCasino yet?
Well, no.
Friggin' A.
Oh.
These guys, I tell ya.
Oh!
Dang it, I missed. Why won't these guys just subscribe already?
That hurt.
Why didn't you land on the bears?
It hurt a lot. I'm just
The
going to tell you.
outtakes. The outtakes were much more
The outtakes are
dangerous to you, and I like
I mean,
that.
that's a lot. That's a lot more physical labor than most actors do nowadays.
Dude, it hurt.
Oh, you should see the outtakes.
Yeah, all
because he was broken.
All
The
3 times
AARP
that I
did not
that
approve
stunt, I
that.
hurt myself all 3 times. It was not good.
The AARP did not
Look,
approve
but
that.
I'm going to tell you the truth. I like Gary. I'm not going to.
To give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around. And first, you never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie or tell you.
It's true. You just got rickrolled live on my show.
Who put that together?
By Gary. Grant, are you kidding me?
Wow.
Grant.
I've never had more fun. This audience is incredible. What did oh wait, I have to say goodbye. You guys want to say
Culture,
goodbye?
I'm so glad you got to stream with me tonight. It must have been the highlight of your day.
It was. Can I? You are the sunshine of my life.
Yeah. We need to do a Love Boat opening. Love, exciting and
Oh, dude, I have to tell you. So my buddy Yeti, right? He
Probably
came up
would
with
be
this-
Isaac because of the bar stuff.
Yeah, actually, you could be Isaac, but how big is
It'd
your
be
fro, bro?
Isaac.
Bryzik. Okay, but
Or
honestly,
I'm a bull.
no. What was it?
No, Green did an intro for us for the 10K celebration episode on comics that I never put together.
It never happened.
It's going to be the 10. It's going to be the 11K celebration because we're lazy and old.
Because let me tell you, we are not like racking in the stuff and things. What's
You're
happening?
racking yourself in what?
I don't know.
Dude, we're long, hard, and strong. We are the
That's
Dix
right.
division.
All right, let's
Oh,
do
we
this.
used to be.
We are going to end the stream. It's going to happen. Are you guys ready?
None of us have the button.
1, 2,
Don't
3, 4. We're
do.
gonna come.
Look at that. You're
come
making
a
Cassie
lot.
cry.
I'm sorry,
You'll-
Cassie.
Yeah.
Cassie, have
Cruel
you ever
old
seen the outro?
Bastard.
Yeah.
The
Takes
outro's
forever.
Beautiful.
Jesus Christ.
You got to sing with the outro. That's the whole point of it.
You don't
Oh,
have
wait,
to
wait.
sing,
I have to do something?
No,
No,
you have
you
to sing.
do nothing. Nefix is an amazing creator. If you're not subscribed to Nefix on YouTube or Mr. Tom McDonald,
Netflix?
missing out.
Tom McDonald's good.
Yeah, and here we go.
Yeah. Sometimes I get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know. My wrath, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you...
I hate to do this. I never try to do this, but there's something I want to say. Our friend Muslim Uncle, I just saw your chat. Whew. This is rough. Your Muslim uncle, my prayers are with you. Leaving your mother in the hospital is not a good thing. I just want you to know that that we're with you, man. And especially me, because I know what that's like to leave a parent in the hospital. So just know we're all
Been
behind
there
you.
lots of times, buddy. So
We're
we
with
got
you,
you.
man. Yeah, and you got a community full of people here. You can always reach out to everybody, and just know that. And Okay, gonna run the credits. Everybody, have a good night.
Good night, everyone. God.
Yeah. Sometimes I get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know. My wrath, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me fucked up, let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back.
Well.
What it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that.
Well.
I'll bleed on your face to make you go take it back.
Well.
I lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you gon' wish you had shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back.
Well.
And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. I don't fucking take smoke, I'ma poke a hole through you, choking's overdue. Come at me
Most
and you
of you
won't
may
get
not
any
know
older,
that's
dude.
me
Crack your holder too.
on an actual mountain
Heating
bike,
up inside of me,
riding
blood
down
so
the mountain.
violently. Thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes a dynasty.
Just before your gender reassignment surgery, right?
No, that's when I became a swimmer.
Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll bleed on your face to make you go take it back.
That was a bad end.
I'd say, is culture cool on YouTube?
No, he fell asleep.
Is he asleep?
Good night, chat.
He's asleep.
Thanks for coming.
Muslim uncle praying for your mother.
Godspeed to her.
Thank you, Eric K, for 5 gift memberships, my brother. Appreciate you.
Oh, well, that just happened. Well, that's cool. Way to go, Eric. You know, Eric's a good-looking man in person, and has very tasty meat.
You got the taste meat
Sauce
together
is
in
good
person.
too. That's good sauce.
Him and I tasted meat together.
I've never seen someone gobble down someone else's meat more than Brahma with Eric K's brisket. Yeah,
he's a meat gobbler.
I cooked it. I had to taste it.
Yes, he gobbled it.